Everyone, welcome to round 16. 5 races left to go in the last quarter. Here in France, the Champions League, just trying to sort out a bit of kerfuffle at the moment. We've got all my fault. Immortal, I've told him to reserve in the wrong car. Don't know where he is in the lobby. I think he's a bit further up, isn't he? Yeah, he selected the Alfa Romeo and readied up. He needs to be in the Alpha Tauri. So Sully's just waiting to get into that car. When Immortal leaves, once he does that, we're all good to go. But yeah, just waiting on Immortal. I have messaged him. He said he's online, but we can all spam Immortal messages, tell him to go in the Alpha Tauri, and that would be good. So that's what's keeping us from going at the moment. There we go. He's in the Alpha Tauri now, so Sully can go on to the Alfa Romeo, and then we're good to go. All good. Come on then, let's go.
Right.
Bradfield joins us. We've got only two reserves in tonight. We only have 19 full-time seats. The only one. Actually, no, hang on. We only have yeah, it's only Arda not racing tonight. So yeah, it's great effort from the Champions League to get decent attendance. 18 thumbs up for the votes, or 18 ticks. Arda didn't vote at all, so he's been docked a point. But then Bradfield is in that empty Ferrari seat at the moment after Konau has unfortunately had to drop out of his seat as well. Could handle the pressure. That's what I put it down to. As I said to Bill. That's what I say to Bill anyway. And yeah, the other reserve we've got is Immortal in the Alpha Tauri replacing Arda. So, but yeah, we're all good to go. If people want to ready up, people usually hesitate over ready up. But even saying Tree Slayer, even the Tree Slayer, what a race he had last night. Is, as he corrected me, his second race win in the league. And yeah, I think this will be a great one to sit back and watch. It's brilliant to race in, but at the same time, this is a great one to watch as well. There's just constant racing around this track. It's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, brilliant race it was last night. Tree Slayer, Tango, and Young Tommy on the podium. 2 safety cars. We had a huge crash. We saw involving plotters as well into the wall. Like we said, it's going to take a high-speed crash if you're going to see a safety car around here.
Yeah.
And that really was.
Do you think it's been one of the best races so far, Jake, or?
Oh, last night was brilliant. Entertainment last night was fantastic. I've not commentated for 3 weeks, so that might have made it a bit better for me.
Yeah.
Just being back in it, but that was a fantastic race. I really enjoyed that. I know you probably didn't enjoy racing it, but then again, you don't get points at many tracks, so what can you expect? One more person fancies readying up and get going. Lovely, thank you.
It's about enjoyment, to be honest with you, at the minute for me. It's not about, I don't have the time to sit there and practice anymore. I can't do it. Just haven't got the time. So it's just a gamble if I get points or not at the end of the day.
It's more than a gamble for Sly Guy, of course. Time trial, number 1 in the world.
Absolutely ridiculous.
But, of course, do not forget, he does have a Q2 ban.
Ooh.
Which doesn't mean much for him when you're best driver in the world, but
more excited for more
has
about
got a Q2 ban. As has KD, of course, that Q2 ban as well. Let's quickly tag them in it.
I guarantee it's going to be rain because I'm racing tonight.
Well, there's been raining qualifying both the last 2 nights, so
Let's have a look.
we'll see. I'll be keeping you live updates as well, giving you live updates on when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer gets sacked.
It'll be before 10 o'clock.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It should be before 9:30. We finish about 9:30, don't we? So I think it'll be done before then. Meeting started at 7. I mean, I don't know what else they could be talking about. Don't think there's many heads there trying to keep him.
You just go in your office and say, fuck off, Ollie. Off you go.
Even Ariel. And it's a dry start to quali at least, which is, yeah.
Oh, I told you it's going to rain at the race. Yeah.
Is it wet race?
Going to be ridiculous. Let's have a look. Toggle the weather. Oh, no, it's like similar to yesterday. So it might not get any rain at all, actually. Just waiting for it to go through. We might be alright, actually.
When does it say the rain comes in the race?
30 minutes is still dry. Just waiting for it to go through. 45 minutes rain.
So, that is going to be borderline. If we have a safety car early on, we'll probably get rain in the last few laps. But if we don't, then it could be borderline. Of course, that does include the formation lap as well. So, I think the last 2 laps we might get rain. This could be really interesting. That's such an interesting weather forecast if that's true. We need a more reliable source to confirm it. I'm good, thanks, Ariel. Always good commentating on this track. Absolutely love it. Definitely one of the best to do it on. First out on the track is Death Dragon.
Death Dragon, yeah, he's really picked up the pace, hasn't he?
He has,
brilliant.
absolutely.
Since the start of the
Fantastic
season.
pace.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so where did you struggle last night? Was there any particularly on the track that you struggled? Obviously, I got P5 in the championship on Thursday.
No.
I absolutely love everywhere, but where do you think
The only
is
time
place for
I
people to
lost
lose it?
wing because Tommy was on, I think, the medium and I was on the softs, and I think because I was on the softer tyres, I broke a little bit later and I clipped him, got wing damage, and I think I'd done the same to Dylan as well.
And Kez has retired, so he's opted to start last by the looks of it. Which, not quite sure why he's done that, but that's his choice, of course. He's chosen to start last. This is not a track I'd like to start last. This is, like I say, chance of safety cars lower than most tracks, even though we have seen 2 in the last 2 nights. So, but yeah, Keza knows he's not challenging to win the title or anything, as he's only just joined this league a few weeks ago permanently. So I think it is just about for him enjoying it on a Saturday night, seeing what he can do, trying something different. And well, talking to Keza, he's resubbed. There we go. It worked today. Keza's just resubbed. 3rd month in a row. And yeah, it popped up today. He said he did it yesterday and it didn't pop up, but obviously that's shown today. Thanks, Keza. Very much appreciated. And yeah, he's going to be, well, he probably just retired because he wants to see the rest of qualifying, because it's going to be an interesting one. DJ Death Dragon, first one to start his lap in that Aston Martin. That turn 1 and turn 2, he's taking that nicely there. But that's so awkward, isn't it? We'll go on board. Who's the next car to cross the line? I think it's a Williams, isn't it? It might be KD. Another driver's now got full-time seat. I don't think it's ever actually finished
He's had a bit
a
of
race
bad luck
in the Champions League.
hasn't he?
Yeah, he's really been struggling in the Champions League. Never finished a race in it. But this turn 1 and turn 2, that pit lane exit's really awkward too. He's split right out onto the straight. Wide line, turn in, easy to invalidate. Back up over the hill. Yeah, he's taking that really cautiously, KD. Probably knowing that he's got the pace to get through, especially with Keza already retiring. Obviously Bradfield racing today as well. That's one gimme to get through, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
oh
and Death Dragon spun. Yeah, he's facing the wrong way. That's a strange place to spin. He must just put his foot down a little bit too early. We'll go on board with KD and watch his lap. Just trying something. Wants to do in a strategy full of racing. Can't really gain or lose too much. Saying Keza. Yeah, don't blame him. Probably start on the hards. Turns in. Oh, an incident here yesterday. Or turns in too early there, KD, and invalidates. Silly mistake from KD. Let's see who's next on their lap. I think it might be V-Robbie's just on an out lap. Sully's just started his lap. Anden's on a lap. We'll pick up with Andenge again. Take a really wide line. Then turn in. Oh, that's lucky not to invalidate there. Go over this little bump. Yeah, he's wiped out that Bollard as well. Nearly beat him to the corner. Andenge, be good to see him get back up towards the points as well. Turning nice. It's easy place to invalidate. We saw last night a couple of cars. It was a Hatton Knowles actually did there. And this is really technical, this one around here. So many different lines. Some people go narrow. We saw a great move from Tango. Just steaming it up the inside. If you go wide there, you can invalidate, turn back in. Don't want to be clipping that curb on the inside, but don't want to be going that wide really either from Andenge. A bit too wide in there. Get another awkward one for braking. Judge it as you will. Turning in then, and he's going to go for a wide line. Turn in nicely. Don't want to take too much of that curve, but he's gone for it completely once he's on it. DRS open then for Andenge, about to cross the line to 1:29.999 for Andenge. That's a fantastic time.
Yeah, not bad.
Really good opening time there from Andenge. Sully's on a time and he's now in sector 3. Not had the best of the season, Sully. We've not had time to go for the standings yet. Have a look through them just now. Yeah, Sully now for Romeo, as we said. He has missed quite a few races, to be honest, unfortunately, this season. But in the standings, he's down in 15th. He's only got 26 points this season, which we know he's got more potential than that. He's about to cross the line as well. Can he beat Andenge's time? Yes, he can. There's less than a 10th in it, though. Next car to cross the line, I think, might be DJ. And yeah, he's not spun this time, so he's going to be setting a competitive lap by the looks of it. Black Box leads in the standings then by 2 points to Lynx after the incident he had last week with Sly Guy having damage early on in Russia. Sly Guy's 14 points back off Black Box. That's the fight for the top 3. 4th, we've got Epic the Animal, 92 points off. Sloth is 3 points further back. Death Dragon crosses the line. He's half a second off. He's going to need to improve on that if he wants to get through. Immortals on a lap. We're going with V Robbie low.
Yeah, see what we can do.
Yeah, Sam Swift in 6th as well. Tommy 7th, Arda 8th, Kez in 9th. He's not done many races, but he's still up in 9th. He's got great pace. Max in 10th. Relegation zone is Death Dragon, KD down there. They're the two down at the moment. Obviously, only 19 full-time seats. So Death Dragon could do a few points, couldn't he? He's really in need of them. V Robbie needs some points as well. We're on board with V Robbie.
Lap, 129.
Crosses the line, 129.4. He was really unlucky last week, running high up in the points throughout the whole race until the end. Only 18 points a season. And it's Chalkers with 21 points as well. Again, it just keeps seeming to spin at the moment. Same issues with Chalkers and V Robbie. Top pace, but they just make mistakes, and they Epic the Animal. And again, affected last week after that damage. 129.2 left for Epic the Animal. And you expect that to be enough for him. Immortal in 3rd, 129.7. Not 100% sure that's safe yet. I should think it will be, but you never know around it. Oh, he's lost it a little bit there though. Black Box in the pits, Numbers on the lap. We've got Sloth, who's invalidated already. Down in Sector 2. Yeah, no one else actually on a lap at the moment, is there? Who's that? McLaren there, that's Lynx coming back across the line to start his lap. Sly Guy's in the pits, Black Box in the pits. We'll watch Lynx, he's 2 points off the lead in the standings. See what he does down turn 1 and turn 2. Yeah, nice there in the McLaren. Got a new teammate, Lynx as full-time. Replaced, obviously Gerben stepped down a few weeks ago. He's got Shadders in there now. Shadders, of course, won on Thursday. His first ever race win in PBE at the 80th attempt. Absolutely incredible. So happy for him. One of the top 10 longest serving drivers in the league. Finally getting that win. Didn't have a good night last night reserving, but he has got this seat in the McLaren full-time now in 2 leagues. So, yeah, he's very happy about that. See what he can do, try and help the McLaren team out as they push towards that winning a joint constructors for this league. Alfa Romeo lead by 4 points to McLaren, so it is really between them, and then Aston Martin are sitting there only 26 points further back. It's between those three, the same 3 teams of the top 3 drivers. No surprise in that. In terms of the joint constructors at the moment then as well, we're saying about McLaren can still do it. They're only 53 points. I know it sounds a lot, but when you think that's over 5 leagues. Mercedes lead with 931 points. Obviously last night, great result with Max and Tango being 2nd and 4th as well. But yeah, McLaren 53 off Mercedes. Alpine are actually in 2nd, 37 off Mercedes. And then Williams, they're in 4th place. They've still got their nose in it as well. So it is between those 4 teams. We'll be watching out for them today as well. Lynx then has been a really tidy lap for him. Let's see what sort of time it's going to be. He's going to cross the line. He goes close to P1. We said it was a really good lap. I didn't really commentate on it. I was just watching it as I went through the standings. But qualifying's not really Lynx's thing. He'll admit that. And he's very close to Epic the Animal as well. So I'm sure he'll be quite happy about that. Lynx and the top 3 are definitely going to be through.
See what KD can do.
Chalkers is on the straight. KD then, coming up. Oh shit! Accidentally clicked the button. KD then's about to cross the line. 129.8 gets ahead of Sully. That's close. Nunda went up to P5 just before that as well. Actually, that's quite a while ago. Nunda went up there actually. We got Sloth. He's invalidated. Obviously, he's now going to be going for another lap though. Taking the wide line. Black Box now on the lap in sector 1. We'll watch Black Box. He's got to take advantage tonight, isn't he? He's got to try and pull clear of Lynx. There's only 2 points between it. Sly Guy with that Q2 ban. Yellow flag just for the car. Get out of the way. Yeah, Sly Guy with that Q2 ban. Black Box needs to be starting in the top 3, and he needs to be trying to pull away at the start as well to extend away from Sly Guy, because don't get me wrong, even though he's going to be starting 15th at best, Sly Guy, he will be high up, chasing a podium, chasing a win even in the latter stages of the race. And the start's going to be important as well. So easy if you get damage at the start to throw you off. Like I said, Black Box last week got damage at the start, had to pit, and he just couldn't catch back up. There's no safety car was there last week in Russia, which was incredible. In terms of the racing was quality for the Champions League. Expecting all the same tonight. But yeah, because of that, Black Box just couldn't catch back up. It's the same case for Epic the Animal, who had to carry that damage around as well. Nice lap from the Aston Martin car of Black Box. Yeah, it's an interesting one, that line, isn't it? He's taken there, and again that one, most drivers will do that. He's gone a bit wide though, isn't he? A little bit deep into that corner. Shouldn't matter. We know he saves a bit in his Q1 time. He's about to cross the line. 129.5, nearly 4 tenths off Epic the Animal. But as we just said, he usually saves a bit of time in Q1, doesn't absolutely go flat out. Sully and Andenge. Sully's just started another lap. That's a better turn 1 and turn 2 for him this time round. And Denger's invalidated, unfortunately, in sector 3. Yeah, they both definitely need to go again. I think Nunda and KD and Immortal. Not sure. Yeah, I think Immortal might be okay with that, but Nunda and KD might be looking over their shoulders a bit. Menace Max going for a lap then. He's been absolutely fantastic this season in all leagues. P4 yesterday. Got 3-second penalty, which is unlike him. But even still, he's still clear in the standings, isn't he? In the Premier League, he just consistently picks up points, and when he's been in the Champions League as well, all the time he's just getting points, starting last a lot of the time as well, but he's still coming up and getting the points. P20 to P1 saying Immortal. Yeah, well, like I say, it's been done, isn't it? Lynx did it in Austria last season. Do you remember that race?
I can't. When was it? Austria, did you say?
It was Austria. Yeah, he did 20th to first. Cowie did the same thing the year before as well. But yeah, Menace Max on his lap here. We've got Sully is further in. Sully further in front, I think it is. Sly goes on and out lap now, so he's out on the track. We'll watch Sully. KD's retired. Sully's invalidated. KD's retired in the pits, so he thinks he's safe. Young Tommy is retired. Is he retired in the pits as well? I think he has. So again, opting on that strategy to start last. Surprised that Tommy's done that as well. See if anyone else is going to go for it. Menace Max then about to finish his lap. Again, that wide line. Oh, he's got a little bit wobbly there, though. Bradfield is out on the track, so he's going to go for qualifying as well. Completely forgot you were even in it, to be honest. Max back across the line. Yeah, despite that little wobble, which would have cost him possibly 2 attempts, he's still up in the P5. Great time there for Max. Getting quicker and quicker all the time. Gets out of the way for Siege, who's now starting a lap just behind. Chalk is back on that lap after his invalidation. Sam Swift's about to finish his lap, though. Let's have a look and see what Sam Swift can do. Crosses the line, and he's up into what?
Wow.
P1 for Sam Swift. Wow, that's incredible.
Well, no,
what an effort that is. 129.2, 1.3, 4,000 head of Epic the Animal. And that is something to watch out for. He's been up and down this season. There's been some tracks he's looked incredibly quick at, especially early on in the season. Last few weeks he's not been right at the top, has he? I think he's had a poor run of tracks for him, but he's clearly a fan of France, isn't he? Because look at that, it's a fantastic time. Don't count him out for pole position today. Really, really good effort. Siege is in sector 3. We've got Ferrari back across the line, and Sly Guy's a bit further back. Ferrari was Bradfield just to start his lap. Sloth is struggling, isn't he? He's done 2 laps now on these tyres and not managed to set a time. He keeps invalidating. See if Sully can improve his time. He's about to cross the line, and he doesn't improve his time, so he could be in a bit of danger. Might have to come back in the pits and change for some more fresh tyres. Siege about to cross the line. Immortal has retired, so yeah, Immortal thinks he's safe. And yeah, with the other cars that retired, Immortal is safe. Nunda's going to be safe now as well. Siege crosses the line. He's definitely not safe. Not in the 129s, unfortunately for Siege. Just outside. Yeah, Siege and Death Dragon definitely in trouble. Death Dragon's out on all tyres, so could be in a bit of bother there. Who we got next? Bradfield's invalidated. Just seeing go over that curb. Sly Guy crosses the line. It's a 139.1. Don't think he'll be too fussed because he's going to be 18th with that. He's just invalidated again, but he's going to be starting 15th at best anyway, so he's not going to be overly fussed about getting through. Sloth on his lap, I think it's going to be next one across the line. Actually got McLaren, haven't we? And that's Shallers just to start his lap, but Sloth is next to actually set a lap anyway. There we go, turns on them. DRS open, and he crosses the line, goes up to 15th. 3 lap old softs, he's not going to get through on them. Unless Shanners and Bradfield and Sligo don't improve on their laps, but he's invalidated there as well. So Sloth, I'm not sure I don't think he'll be able to get back in the pits now either. So Sloth's really in trouble. Shadows then, let's have a look. He's in sector 2, and yeah, you'd expect him to beat a 134, wouldn't you? So Death Dragon and Sloth really are in danger there. Sully and Engine Siege, I think they might be okay, but we sat there nervously as well. Not sure what Sligo's going to do yet either. Yeah, it's been an interesting one, isn't it, so far in terms of qualifying. I'm surprised Tommy and Kens did that, but they've obviously got their own strategy. It's a very common thing in terms of the starting last. I don't think this is the best track to do it at, but Everyone trying to Dan Murphy tactics, saying Dylan, yeah. Doing the Kezabi tonight, saying Tommy. So, yeah, he's not even calling it Dan Murphy anymore. Yeah, well, for this league this season, Sligo's been on pole 7 times. 7 times. We know that's not going to happen tonight, obviously. Black Box and Epic the Animal have got 2 poles each. Lynx and Sam Swift got 1 each as well. There'll be a change tonight in terms of Sligo obviously not being on pole. Shadows cross the line, 130.1. Gets ahead of Death Dragon and Sloth, importantly. Sully's retired, he thinks he's safe now. I think he's safe as well. Sligo, I think, might be going for a lap now. Bradfield's going for another lap too. So yeah, Shadows definitely not safe. I wonder if Siege is going to be coming out again. Don't think he is. I'm not sure if we got a top. What's your time on?
1 minute 35.
There we go. So we've not got any timing glitch. So Siege is in the pits. We could be in trouble. He's now come out. He can cut corners. Bradfield's back across the line. Is it? He's got nowhere near 17th, 10th off Sloth. But yeah, you can come out and cut corners like Siege probably will. To get to the checker flag quicker. The only thing is, as Theo found out last night, if you cut corners in sector 1, it can still say list the next lap invalidated for some reason. So it's a risky move if he's going to do that. He might get to the checker flag. I think Siege might actually just get there. But he's going to have to push quite a bit. Shadows, talking of pushing. Shadows, I don't think he's pushing, is he? No, he's not. Saving up his deployment, isn't he? For another lap. Death Dragon's invalidated. Death Dragon's not going to make the checker flag again, so he's going to be sat there dangerously in P15. He's in the danger zone at the moment. That'll help Shadows and Siege. Sloth has invalidated. He's low on fuel as well. I think Sloth's out here. I think Sloth is all done. What can Sligo do? He invalidated his time again. Don't know if it was deliberately, if he's trying to start 18th or not, but yeah, Sloth is in the pits, so Sloth is going to be out then. Bradfield, I wonder if he's up on his time. He's 2 temps up, Bradfield. Now that could be the difference between getting through or not, because it's only 2 temps he needs. The Death Dragon still going to come and set the lap. But he's saying he's fucked it somewhere. That's a nice exit. He's getting onto the straight as well. That's nice. And not again, but he's lost time. He's saying,
yeah, miles down.
And there we go. He's down his time. So Bradfield looks like he's all done, and he's lost lots of time in that final sector. Bradfield is out. Sloth is out. It's just a matter now of if Sligo is going to be out. What's Sligo going to do? He may knock out Death Dragon here. Don't know if he's going for the time or not. I'm going to say that. I know people are just joining us saying why wouldn't he be? It's because he's got a Q2 ban for the instance with Black Box, and he has invalidated. So Sligo is out. He's going to be starting in 18th. He's got a Q2 ban anyway, so we can only start 15th at best. But he's decided to start 18th over 15th, which you might say why? Because I lost 3 places. Simple reason being is that that's a quick nap. It's a good way of doing it. Is that you're going to stay out of trouble a bit more, being the last towards the back. Look into the comments then. You can't cut too many saying Mushroom. These guys are quick. How'd they do 129s in France? I can only do 131, saying Don Corleone. Yeah, I don't know, mate, either. Like I say, Bradfield's done a 130.6 there. Personally, I'm a better racer, not a good qualifier at all. If I was to qualify around here, I'd probably be doing a 131 flat. Yeah, if you're doing a one,
I messed up my.
I don't know. I might get a little bit closer if I have a proper good lap. I might just get in the 130s if I have a good quali lap. But
for me, to be fair, but
yeah. Let the rain fall quick. They'll all slip and I'll get ahead. Saying Black Box. Yeah, well, like I say, Bradfield's telling us we'll get rain 45 minutes into the race. Whether it'll actually come on Ox, it's not one the longer races. It's not too far off Belgium. I think last night we finished the stream by 9:20. So obviously it is one of the quicker ones. Will that rain come? Will it just be a little sprinkle? Will it come if we have a safety car, will it come a few laps before the end? Will drivers have to switch over to the intermediates? But at the moment Sam Swift setting the pace then. He did set his time when the track was in a better condition than the others, but even still it's a fantastic time. Definitely competing for pole position. We know Black Box has got some more in the bag. Sloth is out then, that's a surprise with Sloth being out. Bradfield out. Sligo is choosing to go out after having a Q2 ban anyway. And then Tommy and Kez are opting to start from the back. Epic the Animal saying, I saw that lap time and shat myself by Sligo and realised he cut sector 3. Yeah. So like we just saw when Sligo ran across cut across the corners. it comes up with his time still, doesn't it? Even though it's invalidated. KD has now retired because he's, of course, got that Q2 ban of his own. So that's one of the cars that's going to be out. Yeah, I see. Now it's down to a little bit of precision, whether you can get through on these medium tyres or not. You don't want to be starting on used softs, really. It's not ideal. The last 2 nights it's been wet in Q2, so we've not seen anyone start on used tyres. We've seen cars start on the softs, but obviously they've been fresh because they've not had to use them in qualifying, and they can go an extra 2 laps maybe when they are fresh. But already lap 6 and lap 7, you want to come off those softs even if they're fresh. So I don't think you'll see anyone choose to go on softs. You'll see cars go out on softs early on, like And Engines now, just do a scrub run. But I think everyone's optimal choice would be going on to the mediums. And with the risk of safety car quite low, starting on softs might not be the best idea. But we'll see. We did see, I can't remember what track it was, but it was a good few weeks ago. I might have been Netherlands, I don't know. But Sly Guy and Lynx opted to stay for the mediums, and they ended up 11th and 12th, didn't they? I can't remember what blimmin' track it was, but Sly Guy and Lynx opted to stay on the mediums, and they were out in 11th and 12th. Let me have a quick look. I'll have a look through the old results. We'll go on board with Immortal whilst he's out on the track, but also so I just have a little quick look through the results. I can't remember for the life of me what track it was. I think I found it. It was in the US. That's it. In the United States a few weeks ago, where the gap between soft and mediums were huge, and Sligo won that race from P11. So, yep. And Lynx was where was Lynx? Was he third? No, he wasn't. Lynx was he was sixth. But it doesn't matter too much. Sly Guy, we know, obviously starting further back today, he can make up moves, can't he? Don't rule out a P18 to P1. We've seen Lynx do a P20 to P1, and Sly Guy saying he bottled Q1 anyway, so he didn't get into Q2. Yeah, well, that's not a problem. He's 18th. See, I know we don't have the rule where if you miss your penalty, if you don't get through to Q2, you don't serve the ban. You save that for another week, but that's absolutely fine. We haven't introduced that, so that ban's all done. And he's starting down 18th, and Mortal's on his lap on the mediums now. Not because I understand some other people have that rule, of course. I think ALR have that rule as well, which is it's good in a way, of course, because if I have a Q3 ban, for example, I never get the Q3, so it carries over to the next race if you don't do it. But obviously now we've introduced time penalties, that problem's been solved, so everyone gets a penalty that's suitable to them. For example, Dan Murphy's, we know he starts at the back by choice every week. The point is giving him a Q2 ban because it's not going to do anything. He starts last anyway, so that's why then a time penalty in that situation would be better. Hope that rain doesn't come. Saying Keza, well, if you're last, if you're still last when it comes to a couple of laps before the end, I'm sure he'll be saying otherwise. It just depends where you are at that time. If you want it to come on, obviously, if you're leading the race and you're 5 seconds clear, you don't want anything to change because you're leading the race, you're going to win. Why would you want rain to come? If you're last, you've got nothing to lose, why not try something different? 5 lap hold softs ain't too quick round here, saying Sloth. No. Yeah, it's a bit late to work that one out, Sloth, he's out. But yeah, I don't think we'll see many cars opt in for the softs to go through here. Immortal's back across the line on the medium tyres, 131.0. Yeah, he's back. What time did he do? Yeah, he's a second a bit off, isn't he? His time, I can't remember exactly what time he did, but it was over a second quicker than that on the soft tyres. So much more grip on the softs, but that is why they wear out so quickly. That's why you don't really want to be starting on them. Sully's on an out lap, I think that's Chalkers just behind as well. Viva will be starting a lap. Only car actually on a lap at the moment, he's invalidated. So we've got no one to watch, lovely. We'll go on board with Sully. He's on his out lap. Max has retired, so Max opted to start 15th. He's retired in the pits. Just 2 cars we've got done now. Immortal's just getting away a few cars, but Sully's just started his lap then. In the Alfa Romeo. Yeah, USA, wasn't it, Keza? Yeah, it was. Epic Animals just confirming that too. It's a medium soft. Oh, God. I struggle with a medium hard. I did soft, medium soft. There's no... It depends. Some people won't be able to do medium soft. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. Like I was saying earlier, I can't qualify, but I'm alright when it comes to racing. Tyre wear, It's not my thing at all. There's no way I could do a medium soft round here. I can do softs 8 laps maximum. Soft talking about doing 11 to 13 laps. No way I could do that. And there's a McLaren facing wrong way. Who's that? Shadow just had a little spin on his outlap. Don't think, has he got any damage? No, he hasn't. We'll go back on board with Sully. Yeah, this is a lovely move. Of course, we mentioned it earlier already. Tango just steaming up the inside. Cars take such a wide line round there. But if someone then steams up the inside, you have to go even wider. And it really puts you off because you have to completely back out of that line. So there's definitely an opportunity for overtaking there. There's so many opportunities for overtaking around here as well. And of course, the thing is, there's lots of runoff area around, so people are a bit more adventurous, knowing that if it does go a bit wrong, you're probably not going to hit a wall. And this is where we saw Plotters and Liam crash last night. Sully on the medium tyres next. Epic the Animal wants it to rain, he's saying. It's Sully's at 130.4. It's a good time on the mediums there. Really good time from Sully. Showing his pace. Chalk is going to be next. Can he beat Sully's time? No, he can't. Just over a tenth off Sully. And that could be important between those two. They're two drivers that could be competing with each other. They're close to each other in the table as well. Lowe's 2 and V Robbie. Really got to watch out for Lowe's 3 today because they're all in need of points, aren't they? Next one across the line is going to be in a Haas. And that's just a very outlap. And then Lynx is on the soft tyres. He's invalidated, so I think it is just a practice run for him. Lunda's on the softs as well. And again, not using his deployment, so it is just a scrub lap. Black box on his outlap on the soft tyres. And so Sloth's indicating if he can do 11 to 13 laps, then obviously there's lots of other people that will be able to as well. The more retired in the pits, so it's one and done for him. So you might see a pit will go for the softs. Soft medium possibly for some drivers, and that is really pushing it to the limit. But if it's going to be rain at the end, if it's not time to put the inters on, he's using a deployment here as well, Blackbox. He might be going for this. We've just seen Linda and the P4 will have scrub lap. You don't want to be on really old tyres towards the end when it starts sprinkling. No way, because you will really lose grip and you'll really risk spinning, especially at fast corner tracks, corners like you've got round here. Black box on his lap then. Lynx get out of the way. Sully's retired in the pits as well. So yeah, people are just Sully and Immortal. That is just, they are not touching the softs. Absolutely no way. That's the best I can do in the mediums. They don't want to ruin those mediums anymore. If they did another lap on them, they'd be on about 10%. You don't want to be starting the race on 10% old tyres, so that's it. Very much had one chance, and that's it. If they get through, they get through. If they don't, they don't. And then there's got to get out of the way for Black Box here. But of course, Black Box on a lap. I don't think Nunda is. Did it in a different league, same Black Box. As Nunda does get same Sloth, sorry. On board with Black Box, of course. Had to pit early because of the safety car, and they stretch. As Epic the Animal. There's a 129.8 on the medium tyres, and the 129s on medium. It's incredible. Wow. We'll be through on those medium tyres, that's for sure. We've just seen Shadows got to 130.90. He's ahead of Immortal. Now Shadows is guaranteed now at least P12, so he's got a good chance here. Really good qualifying session from Shadows, as of course, because Immortal's retired in the pits. KD and Menace Max are both gone as well. KD obviously having that Q2 ban hits his retirement. Max locked in to start 15th, but Black Box about to cross the line. He's going to go to start on softs here, isn't he? He is. I'm shocked. 129 flat for Black Box. And I'm shocked that he's chosen to start on softs here. You've got V Robbie going slowly. He's on a lap as well. He's not invalidated, so I don't know why he's going slowly. Yeah, V Robbie struggling early on. Siege is on a scrub run. And Den's now out on the medium tyres. And look at this. His teammates giving him a good slipstream. This is a great place to get a slipstream as well. So Epic Animal needs to get out of the way now. And he does. That's really good teamwork from the Haas drivers there. That would definitely gain Dan Denge a bit of time. And that could be the difference. If this puts them ahead of Sully, that could be the difference between getting him through or not. Great teamwork there. Myself and Immortal did that to each other, giving each other slipstream and qualifying on Thursday. Of course, Immortal racing Aston Martin.
Get it right makes a massive difference, doesn't it?
It really does. Did it on the straight and I was flying. Here we go then, and Den's looked at a tidy lap on the medium tyres. Can he get close to his teammates' time even? I don't think he will get close to his teammates' time, but across the line he does get up to P3 though. He's 6 tenths off Epic the Animal, but he's ahead up at P3, and that should be Andenge through. And that definitely made a difference. That slipstream got him ahead of Sully. So fair play to Epic the Animal there. Great work between them as Siege on his scrub run. Time is irrelevant really, isn't it? V Robbie Now coming round, obviously he's already made a mistake on this lap, so he's not going for it round here. Whereas Sly Guy, he had a Q2 ban, and he, well, he was out in Q3 even. It didn't make too much of a difference. He had a Q2 ban anyway for the contact, which gave damage to Epic the Animal and Black Box last week. On lap 1 in Russia, Sam Swift nearly invalidated now. He's got to be careful with his Q1 pace. You'd expect him to be up there with Epic the Animal in terms of these times on the mediums. Yeah, Kez is saying do about 7 laps on the soft tyres, and yeah, it's about my limit as well. If I start on softs, it's got to be a 2-stopper. Sam Swift then coming on to the final corner, going round, swooping back in. Now that's the line I take, completely avoiding that outside curb. We've seen everyone touch the curb so far, but I don't do that. Sam doesn't do it either, and he's up in the P3, splitting the Haas drivers, and Sam Swift's going to be through. Shadders is going to get on these medium tyres. Don't want to use them too much, Shadders. But he is going from again. He's the only car matching on lap at the moment, because Siege is going to be darting into the pits as he does. So yeah, Shadders using these medium tyres. Maybe just trying to get a couple of attempts, and then maybe opting for the softs. But he's not going to have too much time, so he might have to dart in if he does want to go to the softs. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one for Shadders. He is coming to the pits, so there we go. As I say, you don't want to damage those tyres too much more. You don't be starting on 3 lap old mediums around here. Of course, by the time you do the formation up, damage the tyre will be even higher. Lynx then on a lap. He's going for soft tyres as well. So is he just matching Black Box here? Is this his own strategy, or is he trying to match Black Box? But this is really interesting. I really didn't think we'd see anyone go for soft tyres. Mayu, Lynx and Black Box, their strength is tyre wear. And of course with Sly Guy, they're battling with Sly Guy. He's got a ban, obviously. He's starting down 18, but they know he's going to be battling them towards the end of the race. If he does, he's the best driver in the world. He's number 1 in the world on time trial, Sly Guy. Around here, a bit of correction there, otherwise he wouldn't have invalidated Lynx. Lynx doesn't have to push this much at all, so because all he needs is a 127, he can be 7/10 off Black Box and be safety through. In fact, he can be over a second. Never mind that, he can get ahead of And Engine, he'll be safety through. He could be over a second slower than Black Box to be through. It's pointless risking it here for Lynx. I think we'll just see a cosy lap, try and save the tyres as much as he can. Yeah, Sam Swift has now retired in the pits as well. He knows he's safety through. Sly Guy definitely on the podium, was world record holder around here. Yeah, absolutely, as we just mentioned. Does have the world record, so you'd expect him to be up there. But don't get me wrong, these other drivers are fantastic, aren't they? Sly Guy's not at the top of the standings because of Lynx and Black Box. Lynx back across the line, and he does go quicker than Black Box. Now that could be a psychological edge going into Q3, because that looks like it's going to be the pole battle between Lem and Epic the Animal, possibly Sam up there as well. They look further back now, Nunda's on his lap. Obviously, bottom 5, bottom 6, bottom 5 haven't set it up yet. If they have, it's been on a scrub run. Yeah, Lynx and Black Box going for those softs. It could be just to pull away at the start. Try and pull away as much as they can. Possibly go for a 2-stopper. And that might be the best way to try and keep Sly Guy behind, being on fresh tyres the whole time. Hoping that he gets caught up at the start. But, as people have been saying in the comments as well. Yeah, that's. I was going to say Humphreys is Sly Guy's last name. Yeah, I've just realised that. That's himself, chatting himself up, talking himself up on the comments of it. Oh, it's not Sly Guy, just a fan. Yeah, he's got fans now in here as well. Mind you, Black Box usually has his fans in as well. They've all got their own fan base, haven't they? Don't see any Bradfield fans in there, though.
No, I don't see many, do we?
Anyway, Nunda in a Ferrari. Bradfield's teammate for tonight. God, what a team. What can Nunda do? He's been much quicker, hasn't he, recent weeks,
Give me some hope, lads. Come on.
But he's still... He got a penalty last week, as we were talking about him possibly getting a P5. Didn't manage to get it. He crossed the line up to P7. And yeah, I think that's going to be tight, because Chalker's on the soft tyres. Shadders is in the pits. I think Shadders is done, isn't he? Won't have time. Siege, V Robbie on the soft tyres. Death Drag on the mediums as well. So yeah, he's not safe there, Nunda. Suddy's not safe there in 6th either. If Nunda goes again, yellow flag is for... Is that Lynx going really slow? Yeah, Lynx going really slowly, managing those tyres as much as he can. And I'd do the exact same thing if I was Lynx as well. Death Dragon's about to finish his lap in the Aston Martin, but I think V Robbie's going to be first on the soft tyres. Will be comfortably through this time. Yep, he is. Full temps off the top 2 though. Death Dragon's going to be next. What can he do on the medium tyres? Can he get ahead of Shadders? Yes, he can. He pushes Shatters out. Shatters is going to be out. It's all on Siege now. Siege on these soft tyres can knock Death Dragon out. Chalkers is safely through. So, Chalkers, if you're listening, you are through. He can back off. He can abort this lap if he wants to. He's currently set his best time on mediums. He can abort, but he's choosing to set the lap. Goes up to P3. He's really close to the top 2 as well. Outsider for the pole battle, but Siege, final one across the line then. Between Siege and Death Dragon, with him being on the soft tyres, I'd expect Siege to get through here. Death Dragon even still, I think, a good P11 for him. Well, he's backing off, wasn't he? He's backed off Siege. He backed off. What did he back off for? He didn't want to go through on the softs, maybe. But yeah, he just didn't put away, did he? I see his finger snapped in half mid-corner or something, but Death Dragon's through on the medium tyres then. We'll look at the best, and it is the top 4, so Lynx and Black Box. Chalkers and V-Robbie on soft tyres, the other 6 are all on mediums. But yeah, this is going to make an interesting pole position battle. Interesting start of the race as well, with different tyres they're going to be on. Yeah, Lynx and Black Box and Epic the Animal, they're going to be the 3 favourites for pole position. But if they invalidate their final run, there's other drivers sat there waiting and ready to pounce. Sam Swift and Chalkers being 2 of them. Lynx going for 2 laps, his wheels are dead. Yeah, it was really cooling them down towards the end, weren't they? But, oh no, it's Sly Guy's dad apparently. Ariel saying I'm a Bradfield fan. Well, you're blocked, Ariel. You can't say that.
Don't listen to him.
Remember the DT Bevs fan club? Oh my god, they did my fucking head in.
Yeah, let's get the Bradfield fan club going. Come on. Give me some hope.
Oh,
Push
yeah.
me. Come on.
Selling t-shirts and everything, weren't they?
I'll stick the t-shirts on the merchandise.
And the only way people can push you
sorted.
is if they try and push you along on a track.
We'll get the Bradfield t-shirts going.
Well, hell we're waiting for now. As you can see, Shadows is out, Immortal's out, Siege out, KD is out, Menace Max is out. Just waiting for this timing thing to go down, and it finally has. I'm going to set up the pole position pole. It's going to be, well, it's not the usual 4, is it? Because obviously Sly Guy's not in the session. But Lynx, Black Box, Epic the Animal, who have all had pole positions this season, of course. And then the final name in there, I'm going to stick Sam Swift in there. I think I'll stick another vote in there, of course, as well. I think Chalkers could be in with a shout if other people mess up on their laps. But there we go, that pole position vote is now out, so get your votes in. Who do you think is going to get pole position? I wonder who Humphreys is going to vote for, because he can't vote for himself today. Yeah, there's confirmation of who's going through. And yeah, it was a couple of attempts between it, wasn't it? Between Death Dragon and Shatters. But yeah, Siege backed off on the straight. Opted not to go for those soft tyres and decided to start outside. We saw the leader last night start on hard tyres. It was pole position for Tree Slayer, and he won the race. He started on hard tyres, and that worked really well for him because he just couldn't get overtaken. They worked really well, the hard tyres around it, so it wouldn't surprise me if Siege has opted to go for the harder tyres. You'll see a lot of them towards the back. But this game, as we know, those corners are so hard with hard tyres sometimes. So they're really rare on this game. Last game I'd be starting hards every single race, but hardly ever now. And I'm sure you'll see a good few cars on hards tonight. I'd start on hards if I were you.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, you might as well.
Okay, why not?
And wow, well, the fans are clearly there's clearly a fan's favourite, because 7 votes so far for pole position. 4 of them have gone to Sam Swift, 2 for Black Box, 1 for Epic Animal. So yeah, Sam Swift would say might be a bit of an underdog. Maybe some people in the comments have seen his time trial time, which I obviously haven't, because they're thinking Sam Swift is the favourite. Black Box is now up to 4 votes as well. There's 10 votes in now. It's close between Black Box and Sam Swift. Humphrey's saying he thinks it's going to be Sam Swift as well. I think he'll be hoping it is as well, because the race pace from Sam might not be as quick, and he might be able to hold obviously Lynx and Black Box's title rivals up for him. But we'll see how it goes. They're not rushing to get out, are they? There's only a few cars out on the track. The first one is Epic the Animal. Both Hasses in Q3. I think it might be for the first time since Azerbaijan. Probably wrong, but obviously there they got a 1-2, didn't they? Yeah, these votes are very interesting. Epic the Animal's now up to 3 votes as well. Lynx down there on 1 vote at the moment, but that's really close. A couple more minutes to get those votes in before a few of the cars in a minute will come to start their lap. Have to go for Aston Martin, saying Ariel. Sam for pole, saying Menace Max as well. Yeah, he's got the fans, hasn't he? He's got the fans, but has he got the pace? But the Animal certainly got the pace in that Haas car. One of the drivers that's been on pole before. 5 votes now for Black Box. Yeah, 13 votes in there, really split. But Black Box with 5 is your favourite at the moment for pole position. Epic the Animal then in the Haas, about to start his lap. Let's go on board with him. Turn 1 and turn 2, it can all go wrong so early. Let's have a look when he turns in. Turns in beautifully. That little hill can push you wide. Nearly pushed him wide, but he survives that really nicely. The more you push, the more risk there is of invalidating or spinning, as we saw Tango spin there in the race yesterday. Look at the limits he's going to. He's almost 4 wheels over, isn't he? Really awkward this one. You've got to turn in nicely, slow down and then pull up again. And look what I can see in front. It's another Haas car on his outlap, and they're talking to each other in the party, aren't they? They're talking to each other in the party.
I don't know.
That's a good slipstream, that is. He's gained at least a 10th from doing that. And Andenge is going to pull forwards, and he's going to give him another slipstream. But Epic the Animal's invalidated. He's just gone over that curb and invalidated. And Andenge is weaving. Don't know if he knows Epic the Animal's invalidated, but he's still giving him a bit of a toe anyway. Maybe he's going to let Epic the Animal in front, and Epic's going to give him a toe. Yeah, he's moved out of the way, isn't he?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go on board of who's next. Who's next on their lap? It's going to be Sully in the Alfa Romeo. And who's that? I think that's Nuno just on his outlap going forwards. And his Lynx getting a slipstream from Black Box. Oh, and Lynx is invalidated. So Lynx has invalidated his time as well. Black Box has invalidated his time as well.
Oh my god.
What is going on? So the 3 favourites of pole
you?
position, 3 of the 4 anyway, have all invalidated. And Lynx and Black Box are getting a bit too close for comfort there, aren't they?
A little friendly little chat.
They've got to be. I know they've obviously had incidents before. They've got to be sensible. Or watch Sully back across the line. So if they're not sensible today, on the track, 1:29.6 Sully, first lap that is set. If they're not sensible, then Sly Guy will be pushing back up towards them. It's their chance to take advantage today. Black Box and Lynx. It can all go wrong because Sly Guy sat there ready waiting. Are they going again or coming in the pits? Lynx is coming in the pits. Black Box is going again. Yeah, so next time he's going to be set by V-Rob, but he's lucky not to invalidate there. That was really close. Yeah, 7 votes for Black Box now. So he is the favourite, isn't he? Pole position pole is about to win, and Black Box is going to win it. 7 votes out of 15. Good to see a lot of you getting your votes in for that. V-Robbie then is about to cross the line and see what time he can do. Can he beat Sully's time? Yes, he can. 1:29.3. That's a really good time from V-Robbie. He's one that can definitely pounce. He's got a good time on the board now as well. And Sam Swift, I think, is invalidated. He has, because he's backed off on his laps. So all 4, the pole position pole puts pressure on it, doesn't it? Because 3 cars at 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Only 3 to set laps. They've not been on the pole position pole. Interesting. Black Box then. He's on a second run. Of course, second run on soft tyres. Some tracks it works better. Austria it works better. I don't think it works so well at France. And he's not had a good couple of corners there, Black Box. He's been taking a funny line, not intentionally I don't think, just because the grip levels aren't quite there when you're pushing it so hard on these soft tyres. They soon go off. And Andenge, 1:28.9 for Andenge. Wow, that's a phenomenal time.
Terrible.
Where's he got that time from?
Wow.
I don't think his teammate gave him a slipstream either, because he's now coming. Oh, he's now coming into the pits, Epic the Animal. I think he must have got a slipstream from his teammate, and that's fantastic. These Haas drivers work really well together, and it's proved again there. What was brilliant to see Andenge as well when he got his only ever podium as Nuna's back across the line. He goes up to third. Oh, he set the exact same time as Sully. We saw it twice last night. Nuna set the exact same time as his teammate, as Alfa Romeo driver. Sorry, God, my eyes are a bit blurry, thinking they're both the same colour red. Death Dragon on a second one as well after he invalidated. And Black Box went up to P2. So Black Box went up to P2. We said it weren't going to be a competitive lap in terms of pole position. It was a decent lap from him, but it just wasn't enough. Second lap of tyres you don't want to be on round here. And he's got to get back in the pits and change those tyres over then. Sam Swift is going for a second lap as well. Death Dragon's a bit further ahead, so we're going to watch Death Dragon. Let's go, teammate, saying Epic the Animal. And yeah, as I was saying before, I noticed Black Box time when Andenge got second in Azerbaijan. He wasn't disappointed because the lead kept changing hands between the Haas drivers. He wasn't disappointed at all though about second. He was happy that his team got the 1-2. Brilliant teamwork between them, and that's only going to get them more and more points. We've seen great teamwork from so many teams throughout the grid this season. Lynx and German, when German was at McLaren as well, always worked together well. It definitely helps. Death Dragon and DRS Open. About to come across the line. I don't think it'll be anywhere near the top times. He crossed the line. It's a 1:31.0. He's over a second off Chalkers. He can do better than that. I think he might have made a mistake in his lap, but of course, he's on 2 lap old tyres, of course, as well, isn't he? Have to invalidate his first run to both Aston Martins, losing a lot of time because of that. Nunna's going to be soaring into the pits. Going to see the other Mercedes, Sam Swift, going to set his lap. Oh, he's gone a little bit too wide, I think, there. See, a lot of drivers do that, though, so can't lose him too much time. It's going to be a good time here from Sam. What can he do? Cross the line, and he gets ahead of Black Box. So, the votes for him in the pole position poll were justified, because on equal playing field, 2 lap old softs, he is ahead of Black Box. That's interesting. He's got to race his way back to the pits now, though. He'll be there in plenty of time. It's not a problem, because he only want to go for 1 run, really. And then Death Dragon as well, also on his way back to the pits, a bit further ahead of Sam Swift. And then we'll be in the pits. I don't think you'll see anyone go for 2 runs. We see some cars come out about now normally, and then do 2 laps on the tyre, but I just don't think it's worth it here. You might as well. Of course, the benefit of going 2 laps is that you get 2 attempts. You know, if you make a mistake, you got another go. Of course, the bad thing is that first lap, you're going to have more fuel on board, so your car's going to be a little bit heavier, a little bit slower. Second lap, your tyres are worn a little bit more. And of course, round here, as we've mentioned already, you don't want to be on 2 lap old tyres. But we've got a McLaren Lynx going out. But obviously Hamilton got pole position earlier, didn't he? And he went out in about 3.5 minutes, but it's completely irrelevant. F1 is completely different to esports of F1. Main reason being that some cars in normal F1 are about half a second a lap quicker, whereas all the cars are equal here. Lynx is playing a risky game doing that. Going off the track, he knows the danger of doing that. He can invalidate this the next lap. I'm not quite sure if he's making his own track up here or what, but Black Box is the other one out. They just match each other, don't they? They're going to be quite evenly matched today, I think. Don't put it past them coming together again. I wonder what Black Box is. I wonder if it has invalidated this and next, because Lynx has then taken that corner again, hasn't he? So he might have to race round now. Not quite sure what's going on between them two, but they are the only 2 cars out of the track. Now we'll start to see cars get ready to come out of the pit lane just to do the 1 run. No one else moving at the moment. It's just Lynx and Black Box out on the track. But we'll see Lynx, he's now slowing down a little bit. Preparation for his lap. And now he's got the hot lap on and he's taking it back off. Hot lap is on. It's all good to go for Lynx. He turns onto the straight. And here we go. And this is going to be a pole position attempt. He's not set a lap yet, Lynx. Neither is Epic the Animal, because we're invalidating early on. Lynx crosses the line in and he's not invalidating this and next. Here he goes then. Takes this wide line going into turn 1. Swoops in nicely. Next swoop into turn 2. Takes the curve really nice as well. Really smooth there from Lynx in the Papaya McLaren. Down into turn 3. Turns in. A little bit late turning in. Takes a lot of the curb. That's a nice line. And yeah, straightens up nicely too. And this little awkward one, take a bit of the curb, then you have to back off a tiny bit. He did really well through there as well. He didn't have to back off too much because the line, the entrance was really good. Now onto the straight, DRS Open. Be interesting to see what kind of setups different people have gone for in terms of straight line speed. You can see lots of invalidations here if you're turning too early, but he's done it nicely. Easy to roll the car, 4 wheels off there too. This has been really, really neat from Lynx. This is going to take some beating, I think, because it's been absolutely perfect so far. He's not lost a rear end at all. He's taken the line perfectly. Swooping around the corner now as well. Not taking liberties with the curve. We've seen some people do. Slow it down into 4. Then accelerate. Go on the outside curb. Swoop back in. Do not clip this inside curb. You want to get close to it as possible though. And then on the outside, almost 4 wheels over that bumpy curve, doesn't cost you too much time. Really, really strong lap this is from Lynx. And swooping in, dip that left tyre on the apex. There he does, and then wide line, swooping back in. Don't go too wide, he's not gone too wide as well. Really, really tight lap this is on Lynx. This is going to be P1, I'm pretty sure. Lynx about to cross the line, and it is 1:28.7 from Lynx. Black Box not too far behind, he's got traffic. Black Box has got traffic. I wonder if that's put him off a bit there, and Enge. But here goes Black Box, and V-Robbie getting his way as well. What's V-Robbie done there? He nearly swooped into Black Box, and they've made contact, and V-Robbie's got a deserved 5 place grid penalty. Again, a mistake from V-Robbie there. Black Box about across the line then. Wonder if time's been affected from it. No, I'm not sure it had. He's 18 hundredths off Lynx then. And Lynx, I don't think he is going again. No, he's not. I wonder if Black Box is going to be able to or not. Handenge then, now across the line to start his lap. V-Robbie again, unfortunately, looking incredibly quick. But a mistake from him now has given him a 5-place grid penalty. He just seems to make a mistake every race this season, unfortunately for him. That is costing him. Epic the Animal getting a bit of a distant toe from his teammate. Really are working well as a team here, aren't they? He can't invalidate, he can't afford to invalidate here, Epic the Animal, because he hasn't got a lap on the board. Andenge has invalidated. So Liss, it's advantage to Epic the Animal, because he's going to get Andenge as a slipstream now. Andenge ain't got to worry about his own lap, and look at this. Look at him pulling him along. And then he'll cut the corner and do the same. And that will really help Epic the Animal. Can it get him ahead of Lynx and Black Box? The track will be a bit quicker from when Lynx and Black Box set their times as well. Oh, he might get held up in a bit of dirt. Yeah, I don't think we're happy about Andenge not going straight over. Lynx has retired. Black Box then further back. He's not improving his time, unfortunately. He's still pushing, though, isn't he? But next across the line then is going to be Death Dragon in the Aston Martin. Can he improve on that 131? I'm sure he'll improve. Can he get any places? No, he can't. He stays down in P8. P9, sorry. Sully's going to be next. In the Alfa Romeo at really tight margins, set at the exact same time as Nunda, isn't he? He crosses the line, he gets ahead of Nunda. Next is going to be Chalkers, he's only P8 then. Next is going to be Sam Swift, he's up to P3 ahead of Andenge. V-Robbie still needs to improve, he's got that penalty of course, that grid penalty. Black Box cross the line, doesn't improve, still P2. V-Robbie cross the line, only P5, will be starting down 10. Nunda's invalidated his time in the final quarter, unfortunately. It's all on Epic the Animal. Can that slipstream from his teammate give him pole position? Yes it can, and that made the difference yet again, didn't it? And the top 4 that we said for the pole position poll were separated by 2.5 tenths in the end. That's absolutely fantastic. Who needs Sly Guy for a good quali lap? And yeah, I'm sure Black Box will be complaining about the traffic. We did say, obviously, V-Robbie, he's got a 5-second penalty. There's a minor contact between the cars. It didn't, that actual contact didn't affect Black Box. But yeah, Black Box could have got pole position. They definitely would have got P2, I think, without that traffic. The cars were just getting in the way. Of course, you're always going to get traffic if you go early, but it's that traffic's responsibility to move out of the way. Either way, Epic the Animal's got that pole position. I'm sure he'll be thanking his teammate. Really good effort there. And yeah, Epic the Animal, I think, having his little word saying why weren't Haas's vote? Why weren't he voted for as much for pole position? Being that 5-place grid penalty for V-Robbie. Shame for him, unfortunately, because that was a great quality position, but no surprises about the top 4 there. I'm sure there'll be loads of people saying as well, can we have Sly Guy not in Q3 again? Because that made an absolutely epic battle. Whereas the last few weeks he's run away with it, hasn't he? Talking of an epic battle, Epic the Animal is the name on people's lips. He's up in P1, starting on pole position. Lynx, they're just ahead of Black Box then. It's fine margins. Black Box, obviously, he won't need to report V-Robbie. He might feel another car, he might feel Andenge got in his way, but he won't need to report V-Robbie, of course, because he's got a 5-place grid penalty. I know that won't be music to Black Box ears, he won't be too fussed about that, but that is the punishment, obviously, already dished out by the game to V-Robbie. That was only good enough for P7. Robbie probably thought Black Box was trying to set a lap before. Well, well, tough. Yeah, he might have thought that, yeah. But at the end of the day, he blocked his lap. You don't have no team principals, no race engineers, obviously, talking in your ears. But he was on a lap, of course, and then it was really unlucky for Mercedes as well, because that would have been a good qualifying for him. It's still a good qualifying, don't get me wrong, but why everyone do list saying Immortal? Not quite sure what he's talking about there. I was on board with Black Box. He got proper blocked down sector 3. Yeah, we were on board with him as well. We saw Keza, as we've been speaking about as well. My bad, readied up on accident, saying Epic the Animal. Well, please do ready up. Don't be waiting here all night. I want to see these guys race. And there's Epic the Animal. Of course, yeah, tyres come into it now because, yeah, I said we'll see lots of hard tyres towards the back as well. V-Robbie, that's a bummer for him as well. Down 11th, he's on old softs in 11th because he got through to Q3. So the grid penalty doesn't matter. Sly Guy starting on softs. Oh, don't take him out, Justin.
I'm not.
But yeah, Bradfield, Tommy, Keza, Max, KD, and Immortal on hards, which will be good for Sly Guy because he'll be easily getting past those drivers on the hard tyres. Someone's taking the bollard out already. So I think Sligo will be making places up early on. But Epic the Animal, it's really important for Lynx and Black Box to get past Epic the Animal on those soft tyres early on. Because if it's not done in the first couple of laps of this race, it won't get done on this stint unless Epic makes a mistake. Just because those soft tyres will soon be going off. Good qualifying for And Engine 5th. Good qualifying. I know we talked about the top 4, which we expected to be there. Good qualifying though for And Engine 5th. Sully in 6th. Nunda in 7th. Chalkers, after a lot of spins lately, P8 is good for him as well. I'm sure he'd be disappointed he could have done a little bit more. He'd have liked to get up to P5. He had the pace for it. Death Dragon in 9th might be his best quali all season. Shadows in 10th as well, of course, on fresh mediums as well, because he was 11th where he qualified but promoted because of that V-Robbie grid penalty for blocking Black Box or making contact with him when Black Box was on his lap. Yeah, all up to date with the comments as well. Let's go through the statistics for this season. As Epic the Animal, I think we wanting people to hurry up a bit there. And who's that fella back? V-Robbie needs to get a hurry on as well. Yeah, he's that is more than 10 car whips, and if anyone at the front feels like reporting, I think a couple of drivers might be in a bit of trouble for this. Epic the Animal, I don't think will be too pleased about how far back Lynx is. That's not too far, it's within the limits. I think that's just about the limits there. Look a bit further back to V-Robbie as well. I think Shadders has done V-Robbie a favour there by dropping back as well. So you see some of the F1 lately, and realistically you see cars all over the final sector. But this season, in terms of the statistics, we have seen wins from, so I'll quickly get them up whilst we wait for final cars to back up grid. 1 for Sloth, 1 for Gun, 3 for Black Box, 5 for Slog, only 1 for Lynx and Epic the Animal each this season. Lots of podiums, but only the 1 win, and we're ready to get underway here at Circuit Paul Ricard for the French Grand Prix. Oh, it's all spazzing out, isn't it? What's this doing? I want lights, we got lights, here we go. 5 lights are out. Cars revving up. It's lights out and away we go, and Lynx gets a fantastic start. Lynx really gets a good getaway. He's in the lead. Lynx in the lead. Black Box is going to follow him as well. Epic the Animal's under big pressure, isn't he? Black Box is going to swoop in. Epic the Animal has to back out, and that's it. Epic the Animal's down to P3 already, and then she gets ahead of Sam Swift as well. Really good start. Some cars going wide further back. Sligo's already up in the P15, but Black Box and Lynx on those soft tyres getting the start that they needed. Shadders is up in the P6. What a fantastic start that is from Shadders as well. V-Robbie up at the P9, getting a couple of places after that grid drop. And Sligo, what's happened to Sligo? He's lost a couple of places. He's in a bit of a battle here as well. He's up in a P12 already. I don't think people are fighting him too hard, but he's had a fantastic start on those soft tyres. Everyone around, obviously on tyres that aren't as fresh as his. He's looking to get past Immortal now as well. Menace Max has had an issue. V-Robbie's getting past by Sloth. And Immortal does let Sligo through. And KD turns in a bit early on Siege. Siege round the outside, has to go off the track. And already a penalty as V-Robbie's gone off. V-Robbie's gone off already. We see a penalty for Chalkers. Immortal goes through, and Sligo is up in a P10 already. Black Box and Lynx really need to get their skates on, because Sligo's going to be there pretty soon. Nunda. Yeah, Nunda's lost a lot of places, hasn't he? I don't know if he's got damage there. Tommy's gone wide, he's up in the P14. Death Dragon's down to 16th as well. So Nunda and Death Dragon, I don't know if they made contact. They started quite close together, didn't they? But Black Box and Lynx. Lynx in the lead, of course. Great start from them. Epic the Animal really struggled to start. I wonder if he'll be complaining about having cold tyres, because that's slow formation, that from some people. V-Robbie's ahead of Nunda. I wonder if anyone's going to dive into the pits. I think V-Robbie's in the pits, and he is, yeah. Oh, again, so for V-Robbie, Max is in the pits. It's such a shame for V-Robbie, things going wrong for him again. Sliguy's now getting past Sloth, and he's down the inside, and he gets that move done as well. Oh, he's nearly lost it a bit there, Sligo. He might give Sloth a chance to fight back. At least soft tyres won't last forever for Sligo. He's got some catching up to do now, as well to Chalkers. Chalkers is making a lovely move on Sully as it happens. Great move there from Chalkers, and Sully, I'm pretty sure, won't be keeping his teammate behind for too long. He could be up in P1 soon, Sligo, before you know it. This is crazy. And there we go, Sully moves aside. Chalkers now the driver that's got the task of trying to keep Sligo behind. And he does a little weave there as well. Sligo's got confidence to do that, to thank his teammate for letting him through. Wow, crazy. Crazy confidence from him. V-Robbie on the hards, Menace Max on the mediums. Probably a medium to the end now for Menace Max. Sligo and Chalkers. Is he going to go for a move already? He is going down the inside. We saw a big collision here yesterday. Chalkers can't do anything about that. He's got a rocket up his backside, Sly Guy has. He's in P7. I think if Sly Guy's on his A game, he wins the race. He's just got so much pace, but look, he's had a bit of a wobble. That's the second wobble he's had. He keeps the position. He gets a 3-second penalty though for track limits. So whilst he's fighting his way through, he's picked up a penalty. He's really struggling, isn't he? He's making moves. Don't mean more. He's made 11 places up. That's the third time now we've seen him wobble. So it's not going to be as easy as that. As it's Epic the Animals sitting the fastest lap, and already as Sly Guy goes the fastest lap now. I think already we're seeing Lynx and Black Box soft tyres lose freshness. And Epic the Animal at DRS will be really keeping under pressure. And Layering in fourth as well, managed to get ahead of Sam. As we saw, Sam sort of had to back off a little bit, didn't he? Down turn one, the Sly Guy's getting past Shadders, and that didn't help. That didn't help him because he had to take a different line. Whereas Andenge had no car in front of him, so he could just sweep round the outside. Sly with a pen, yeah, Sly with a pen. But look, it's worth it. He's made 12 positions from being aggressive, and already he's on the train to the lead now. It's been absolutely incredible, Sly Guy. He's the world record holder in France for a reason. But, like I say, if there's a safety car towards the end, those 3 seconds of penalties already, which could soon be more penalties, he's still got to make places, could really affect him. Epic the Animal and Black Box then, they're getting really close. He's going to try and steam one up the inside, but Black Box is getting closer to Lynx as well. There's half a second that separates this top three, and the drivers on these soft tyres are really starting to struggle. Sly Guy is obviously on fresh softs. I say fresh because obviously the other three on soft tyres, Chalkers, Black Box and Lynx, qualified on these in Q2. Sly Guy obviously didn't, as he started in 18th, so they're fresh. It's Lynx and Black Box tyres, they're already starting to not go off, as so to speak, but, well, Chalker's in the pits already. This is what Sloth's saying, he reckons they do 11 or 13 laps. Can they fuck? That's what I say. But look, Epic the Animal in P3, and they just can't get close enough. Sly Guy's getting past Sam Swift though. Does he have a bit of a wobble there again? No, he doesn't, Sly Guy. Did Chalkers have damage? I don't think he did. No, it's just a straight pit stop. Just a straight pit stop. And Nunda and Death Dragon battling out, and Nunda forced wide. And he's going to get passed by Keza now as well, and he does. Sly Guy then. I think Epic the Animal, Black Box and Lynx will be looking at their rear wings, rear mirrors, and thinking, surely that's not him already. Lap 4 is taken for him. Crazy pace. It's just a bit of a DRS track. Lynx is just, I think it's just used. Yeah, no, they're all saving up deployment, aren't they? They're all saving up deployment. They're not using too much of it. Lynx having to use it now. Black Box saving up lots too. Sly Guy has not got any deployment, so that might be a bit of a curveball for him. He's obviously used his soft tyres quite a lot too, so they'll be start to struggling for grip. Give it a couple of laps, and the medium runners will be quicker. So Andenge will definitely be fighting this, that's for sure. To help his teammate especially as well. And there, Sly going to stick one up the inside there. He's got his deployment on as well. He's side by side of Andenge, and Andenge has to concede a place. And Lynx pits already. Lynx pits already on these soft tyres. Wow. I think that's a huge mistake from Lynx and Black Box to qualify on the softs. I know people say, who am I to criticise them? 10 times better than I'll ever be. But I can't help but think, why did they do that? Because now they're going to be stuck in a bit of traffic as well when they catch up to the back. And Sly Guy's just going to romp through and have track position, have clear air. KD gets a 3-second penalty. And yeah, he can't pull away anymore. Sly Guy, everyone else is keeping up. And yeah, Black Box and Epic the Animal close. Epic the Animal's got a little bit wide. He might have got a warning for that. He's going to be under pressure from Sly Guy now as well. He's pulled up a little bit low, and he has still got that DRS from Black Box. So he'll be okay at the moment. But Andenge and Sam Swift pulling along nice as well. Shadows with that amazing start, gaining 4 places up on the P6. But he's not quite got the pace to keep up, and he is holding Sully and Sloth up now as well. And then it comes to drivers on the hard tyres. Speaking of which, KD running outside of Immortal. Good, really difficult place to go racing. KD goes into him a little bit, and contact there as well. Siege getting more big, but Siege manages to get past. And look at Epic the Animal then, so close to Black Box. Black Box did well there. He just about covered that off at a last opportunity. And Sly Guy's got a look in now on Epic the Animal, and then lost a bit of time, but he'll be able to close back up now. And Tommy's lost it. He's out. What's happened there? What's happened to Tommy? It's a safety car, and Lynx is going to be absolutely devastated. But Tommy's just completely gone in the middle of the track. His wheel's gone in the middle of the track. Safety car. Epic the Animal stays out. Black Box, Sly Guy pit. They're right next to each other on the track. Lynx is going to be devastated because the rest have pitted under a safety car, and he's going to lose a lot of places now. Tommy is out. I don't know how that's happened. What did you see?
He's just in the middle of the track. That's all I saw.
Strange one that. How you can crash into the wall there if you lose it, but to end up in the middle of the track, that's the weird bit about it. Black Box on hards, Sly Guy on mediums. And where does Lynx come out? Lynx comes out. He gets ahead of Andenge. He at least gets ahead of Andenge, but he's behind Black Box and Sly Guy because that safety car. So any consolation for him, at least he is right next to them. Chalkers, who not long pitted as well, now down into 13th. Can Hards go to the end from here? Similar to what Tommy did yesterday to keep himself on that podium. He can just about go to the end. So that might be what Black Box is trying to do, go for a two-stopper. Avert from the two-stopper. Well, all right then, saying Tommy. What happened, Tommy? We didn't see what happened to Tommy. Just Bradfield saying his car just sat in the middle of the track with no wheel. Yes, Epic the Animal leads the race. Sam Swift in second, Shannon's in third on the mediums, yet to pit, and on the hards, KD and Morton and Bradfield. Black Box on hard tyres behind Bradfield. Pretty sure Bradfield will just move out of the way because he's got Black Box, Sly Guy, Lynx right behind him on fresh tyres. Does neutralise things a little bit as well. Again, it helps Sly Guy. It's massively helps Sly Guy because that's it already. He's level on a level playing field with Black Box and Lynx. Spun on the full speed right-hander, saying Tommy. Yeah, like I said, Tommy obviously yesterday on the hard tyres did the strategy, and he was on 19 lap old hards. I think he finished the race on, and on 4 lap old hards he just spun into the wall on his own. And he's out. Oh well, Tommy. Never mind. Bradfield for the win, saying Ariel. It wasn't deploying his ERS or anything. I think we just won't be able to do one more lap on the safety car whilst Max catches up. But yeah, good for Max, that is, that safety car. Bradfield's getting very close to the back of the Mortal. I don't know what he's trying to do. Black Box taking a wider.
Mortal spun there.
On board with Black Box now. We see him go a little bit wider, but Epic the Animal on the safety car restart. With Sam Swift, Shadows, KD, Immortal, Bradfield, Black Box there. He must be going for the medium soft now, Epic the Animal. But he's got to try and pull away as much as he can. He's got an opportunity with there being a few cars on the hard tyres between him and Black Box, which is really the battle for the lead, isn't it? Sam Swift, of course, if he can stay within a second of Epic the Animal by the time the DRS comes, he's definitely in it. Definitely in the race. Yeah, Menace Max now just catching up. Another Aston Martin safety car. Good to see. Yeah, Shannon's in P3. Just seeing what he can do, isn't he? Won on Thursday. No pressure on him in the Champions League. Filling into the end of the season for us in that McLaren. His own team, of course, will be wanting to get points for his own team as he races with on the Thursday, but at the same time, there's no pressure on him. He'll just be enjoying this and seeing what he can do. It's KD and Immortal. We'll be fighting it, I think. Sly Guy on his medium tyres, as his Lynx and Andenge. Yeah, Black Box on the hard, so Sly Guy will be a lot quicker than Black Box, but Black Box will not be letting Sly Guy through, that's for sure. He'll be racing as much as he can, try and burn out Sly Guy's tyres, try and keep him behind, and the safety car is coming in this lap. It's a horrible, horrible noise that is. Sly Guy killing his gearbox. Yeah, safety car's not been good for Chalkers either, has it really? He pitted just before, and obviously Lynx pitted early as well. On those starting on those soft tyres, the starting on the softs has not really worked. Possibly you could say for Black Box he managed to get through these cars pretty quickly, but all very, very bunched up, aren't they? The safety car's not pulling away though. It's not really pulling away at all, so Epic the Animal's not got much choice here. He can't go any faster if he hit the back of the safety car. Now it's started to pull away. When does Epic the Animal go? The safety car is now peeling into the pits. He's not gone yet. Will he go out the corner or will he leave it late? Sam Swift focusing on getting a good exit out of the corner, and Epic the Animal's not gone yet. They've got to be careful behind. Shadows getting very close. He's gone. That's a really good start from Epic the Animal. He's caught Sam Swift there. Shadows struggling. Bradfield has been done, he's saying. And Sly Guy's on the other side. Bradfield's got to watch out. He's just got to break. You just got to break. There we go. He's letting both through. Black Box still ahead of Sly Guy. Links around the outside of Bradfield now as well. Black Box and Sly Guy make contact. They might make contact. They're fighting hard here. On board with Links, who gets past Bradfield. Sly Guy going to go down the inside of Bradfield, of Black Box. He does. He nearly gets spun by doing it as well. They make contact and then past Bradfield now as well. Epic the Animal, what a great restart that was though. Sly Guy after that contact with Black Box last week. That's Black Box telling Sly Guy, you're not having this place easily, mate. Sully's past Bradfield now as well, getting swamped a little bit. But yeah, this has really helped Epic the Animal. He needs to pull away, obviously, if he's doing this medium soft strategy. Try and pull away, but he's got at the same time think about managing those tyres. He's going to have to go long on them. Chalker's now getting past Bradfield too. But yeah, well, like we said, cars on these hard tyres, so KD and Immortal really are holding up Black Box, Sly Guy and Links. And Black Box now going to get past Immortal by the looks of it. Will Sly Guy get through as well? Yes, he will. Links is going to go through too. And Sly Guy's had a bit of a wobble there as well. Immortal lets them all through. He's not going to let Andenge through though. KD's not going to let them through, I don't think, as easily as that. Second clear then for Epic the Animal, as Immortal does let Andenge through now too. Oh, he's got to be careful on that curve. He spins. He sits that inside curve, and Immortal spins. Just cautiously driving around, and being so cautious sometimes is a bad side in terms of, because you get a bit lazy, think, oh yeah, just ride over this curve, but no, it's still spinning on this game. He's only 6 seconds back though, so he can catch up. Yeah, KD falling back off Shadows. Shadows really putting Sam Swift under pressure. He's not got it going yet, Sam, has he, since this restart. And yeah, there are gaps forming a little bit, aren't there? A couple towards the front. This will help Epic the Animal, of course. Yeah, he's in a good place if he's doing a medium soft chalk, because it's a 3 second. But don't get Sly Guy, he has got a 3 second penalty as well. Black Box doing a really good job getting mine. Sly Guy might got another warning there. Taking a wide line as well there, Sly Guy. He's got a good exit though, isn't he? Black Box, is he using his deployment? Black Box got slightly more deployment. He's using it, and Chalkers has spun. He's saying he's had a lot of spins this season, Chalkers. Yeah, he's spun coming onto the straight, isn't he? Can't get the car facing the right way either, that's not going to help. And Black Box then, oh, he's taking a bit of a different line. That's going to affect him there. I think Sly Guy's going to get this place. Oh, what's happened to Black Box there? He's lost places to Links and Andenge as well. He just wobbled. As a strange one there. He went too deep. I think he just went too deep. I'm not sure if there was contact with Sly Guy, but he went deep into the corner. And then he just swooped across the track. I don't know if he lost the traction a little bit. But yeah, Black Box has lost a few places because of that now as well. Sly Guy is through. Sly Guy now catching up to KD, and KD causing a bit of this train. But he is catching up to Shadows and Sam at the same time. Epic still needs to push a little bit and pull away. Like we said earlier, if he's doing a medium soft, as much as he wants to push away, he's got to think about those tyres too. Sly Guy and KD then. Close. It's going to be close going down into the braking zone for turn 1. I think Sly Guy's going to have it down the inside. He is. He goes down the inside. KD's not going to fight it too hard. Sly Guy up in a P4 then. Links would be looking to get past KD as soon as possible as well. KD goes wide. Probably would have got a warning for that. Yeah, I should think it's medium soft all the way now for Sly Guy even as well. Death Dragon's had a spin coming out of turn 2. He won't go on board of it. He's about to come onto the straight. And this is about to get really racy, isn't it? Shadows and Chalkers has retired. Chalkers has crashed out. We've had another crash. Chalkers, and it's another safety car. Another safety car. Another crash. I don't know how Chalkers has crashed out there. But he just can't stop spinning. He seems to spin every race at the moment, Chalkers. But a bit of respite for Black Box. Yeah, not too sure what happened there, but with him. It does seem that every crash seems to give a safety car, isn't it? This weekend in France, I think the safety car plays differently depending on what the track is. The car was out of the way, so strange one, but good for Death Dragon and Immortal for them to catch back up. But yeah, again, unfortunately, we've got another safety car. Yeah, so Sam Swift again, another opportunity to catch back up. Will any of the top 3 pit? Will Epic the Animal pit? He does pit. So Epic the Animal is in the pits. And yeah, kind of had to really. It's hard to the end now for Epic the Animal. Sam Swift stays out. Shadows stays out as well. Sly Guy stays out, as does KD. And Black Box in the pits then. So is he going mediums to the end now for Black Box? Or did he get damaged somewhere? Did he get damaged? And then you have to change his bit. I'm not too sure, but we did see that little instant with him. And no, he's not changing his ring. He's on soft tyres, so he's going soft to the end now, Black Box. Oh, I wonder if that might be a glitch, or maybe he's banking on another safety car coming. But Bradfield is also on the soft.
Oh, it's going to be on soft.
So maybe it's done the same thing to Black Box.
Oh, ridiculous, man.
Possibly done the same, but soft to the end now. So you can do softs for 8 laps, then 8 laps on more softs. So Sam Swift leads. He's going to do a safety car restart. Shannon's in second. And Sly Guy will be happy that KD is in front of Lynx and Andenge as well. Don't count him out as well. Of course, he's on the same strategy, looking incredibly quick tonight as well. Oh. Well, it's been an interesting race so far. Just a pity about the 2 safety cars. I wish it almost be good if safety car was off in a way, because the race has been looking really good and the safety cars just disrupted the flow a little bit. Oh, we've got red X's everywhere. Don't like the look of this. Not quite sure what that was about, but they've all disappeared now. I think we're all good. Not a good sign when we get all red X's pop up though, is it? Yeah, Epic the Animal.
For mediums.
Look at Epic the Animal down in 13th. Yeah, he's lost a lot of places because of his safety car. I wouldn't pit for medium. I'd just go soft. Just enjoy it. You're not going to get points. Just go soft.
Fair enough.
And rain. Don't forget, if there's rain 45 minutes into the race, we're almost definitely going to see that now, aren't we? What's Jeff saying about weather?
It's anything to me at the minute.
You ask him then. That's what I'm asking you.
Weather forecast. Weather
report.
Weather report. Weather report. 10 minutes, he said. Just
10
over 10
minutes.
minutes.
Just over 10 minutes until rain. So we're going to get it. If it's going to be bad, if it's going to be heavy enough, we'll be on Inters, I think, for the last 4 or 5 laps if it's next 10 minutes. It always is a bit longer than that. But safety car will be in the end of this lap, that's for sure, because everyone is all bunched up. Yeah, Robbie conferring in the Discord earlier on that he didn't think Black Box was on a lap. He thought he was just overtaken to start his lap, so that's why he was not getting out of the way. But obviously he's admitted fault to that, and he got his 5-place grid penalty because of it. It's going to be an interesting restart though, isn't it? Will Sam try and use Shadders there to pull away as much as possible, or will he be sort of thinking, oh, better let Sly Guy through? Hope he doesn't. Hope Sam goes for it. I wonder what Shadders will do as well if his teammates Lynx, and Lynx wants to fight Sly Guy, and especially if Sly Guy having that 3-second penalty. I'll have a quick look at the race director, because he got those, yeah, very early on. He's not got any more warnings since though, Sly Guy. Lynx has not got any warnings. Sam's got 1 warning on the first lap. So who else should we have a look at? We'll have a look at Epic the Animal. He's got 2 warnings, Epic the Animal, and Black Box hasn't got any. So Epic the Animal looks like he'll be getting a penalty in the near future, whereas Sly Guy, I think, might just be hoping he can stick to that 3. Yeah, Sam Swift going to do the safety car restart. Yeah, Tommy not happy about the safety car. Like, what's happened to Nunda? Nunda's lost it under the safety car. Really, Nunda? Oh, it's gutting for him. He's down in 18th now, down in last. Just losing it under the safety car is really disappointing from him. But yeah, I'm sure everyone will be happy about taking a place because of that. And Sam, the safety car is so slow around here, isn't it? I noticed this on Thursday, and then it's on this, and then yeah, I noticed it yesterday commentating as well. And it's been the same again tonight. Safety cars just driving around so slowly. Lynx in 5th lane. He needs to get past KD straight away, because otherwise Sly Guy, if he gets Sly Guy gets past Shadows, he'll be sailing off into the distance. Go on board with Sly Guy to look at the safety car restart. And there we go. Oh, he spun! Sam spun! His tyres were so cold he spun before he's even got to the start. Oh no, that's got him for Sam. So Shadows is to restart, and he's gone already. Everyone has to be a little bit cautious because of it. Sam Swift has got going again. He's still in 8th place. But Sly Guy, 2nd. Shadows leads in the Champions League by nearly a second. He got a really good restart, and Sam just lost it on his own, approaching the final corner. Shadows then will be in a great position now. Lorem Do in the comments. Good evening. I wonder what Shadows is going to do. He's going to try and hold everyone up to help his teammate out. And Keza and V will be fighting out for P9. Keza on the outside. Keza is on the fresher tyres on the mediums. And Sly Guy, I think, won't have too much trouble passing Shadows here. Shadows is going to try and fight it. Yeah, he's using his deployment. He's trying to help him out. And Lynx does get past KD. So look, Shadows is not going to get passed by Sly Guy here. He's going to hold him up through these corners. I think he'll go as slow as he can through these corners, Shadows. And then hoping that Sly Guy gets held up and that Lynx can catch up a little bit. Shadows again, using his deployment. He's keeping him behind. Lynx is not really gaining on him though. Lynx needs to be using his deployment now to try and catch up. And Sly Guy's going to go for it on the inside here, isn't he? He's going to steam it on the inside. Best driver in the world. And yeah, that's why. Because Shadows was fighting that. Rightfully so as well. His teammate not too far behind. And I think Shadows will let his teammate by on the straight. And then hoping his teammate can catch up to Sly Guy. Anden's right there as well. It's the only danger for Shadows letting through. Well, he can't let Anden through as well. I'm sure Lynx will be happy if Shadows can let him through and just act as a rear gunner to try and hold everyone else up for Lynx. Because of course Black Box is a lot further down on the soft tyres. And he's got Epic the Animal up next as well. So 13th, they're 12th and 13th. That's how interesting the start of this race has been. He's not getting past Epic the Animal in a hurry. And he's lagging a bit, Epic the Animal, isn't he? That's not going to help Black Box either. I think it'll be doubtful over making a move here in case it goes a bit wrong in terms of the lag. And they're stuck in this train, aren't they? So Sly Guy is starting to pull away. And Black Box with his deployment on now. Oh, they make contact and Epic the Animal's in the wall.
Glitch.
That's a huge crash, but it's a glitch. And Epic the Animal's out. That's a huge crash between Black Box and Epic the Animal. I wonder if it will bring out yet another safety car. Shadow's going to get passed by his teammate here. And in all fairness to Epic the Animal, if there's anything like what we saw on board with Black Box, it was lag that brought him across Black Box's car and sent him into the wall. I hope Black Box has not got damage on his car for Black Box's sake. Yeah, Epic the Animal saying, what the F was that? They were side by side. And then Black Box didn't even move. Epic the Animal's car just lagged across into Black Box. It looked like for us. And then went flying into the wall. But you were right behind it. Did it look the same to you?
It's just a lag. I see one of the cars go straight into the wall but lagging, and then...
And Epic the Animal saying, oh, I've got to say, Epic the Animal, it wasn't for bad luck. I know he missed a few races towards the beginning of the season, but that on top of bad luck, if it weren't for that, he could be fighting for the title. But like I say, Epic the Animal said to us in his interviews already, it's good to get some decent races going, as he has done lately. He's just focusing on next season now, hopefully be able to make every race next season and start fresh. Don't get me wrong, he's still always going to get unlucky in one or two races, but he'll be hoping to start fresh and then, you know, use the rest of the season just to try and get some wins. Get a win would be good for him. But yeah, unfortunately it won't be today for Epic the Animal. Again, he can report it obviously if he wants, but I can say first hand from this, his car just lagged into Black Box, unfortunately, sent him in the wall. Which, yeah, it's a real shame it does that, but yeah, it's a shame Epic the Animal's out after obviously starting on pole position. It's great work from the Haas team to get that as well. Talking to the Haas team, I'm sure Epic the Animal will be cheering on Andinge now. Yeah, like I say, it's at no fault of his own for Epic the Animal. It's either connection or whether it's a safety car not suiting him. His teammates just got through for P3 though, so I'm sure Epic the Animal will be cheering on Andinge still. And yeah, already Sly Guy's 3 seconds clear, isn't he, in the lead? It's looking good for him, isn't it? I think he could start about 20 seconds further back and he could still be in contention for the win, as V-Robbie's getting past Sam Swift, his teammate. And Sam Swift, both under pressure from Black Box. Black Box will be looking to get past these Mercedes drivers as soon as possible on these soft tyres to make this work for Black Box. He's got to make moves, isn't he? Obviously this is where he made contact with V-Robbie in qualifying, which caused the 5-place grid penalty for V-Robbie. He's going to go for it now. Sam's not got the best of exits. Black Box down the inside. Good move there from Black Box. He needs to make some more like that though. And it is all a bit of a train, isn't it, going up to Andinge and P3. Lynx not managed to pull away too much, but Sly Guy and Lynx will be looking at pitting in the next few laps, I'd say. Maybe for mediums, if they pit in the next 1 or 2 laps, they'll put them in fresh air as well. But of course, the cars that are going to the end, because it is such a train, I think Sully's in a very good place. I'll tell you that, sitting 7th on those hard tyres that will go to the end. If there's no more safety cars, Sully's in a fantastic place. As long as he avoids getting any penalties. V-Robbie, obviously, his tyres are a few laps older. Sloth's got a penalty, KD's got a penalty, of course he's got a pit because he's started on those tyres. Shadows, of course, got a pit. The top 3 obviously got a pit as well. Yeah, Sully, if he can just hang on to this DRS train, which he's easily doing at the moment as Keza gets past Sam Swift. Oh, it's a real shame Sam Swift's how his race has gone. Black box then. I don't know, I wonder if he's got minor damage. I know he's not making place. I know it's difficult to win a train on the best of these soft tyres. What are your soft tyres on at the moment, tyre wear wise? Because Black box is on the exact same as you.
25% at the front, 25% at the rear.
There you go, 25% and 5 pole soft. For me, it'd be a lot worse than that by now, but as for Black box, not too sure. Yeah, safe to say the best of the wear of those tyres are gone. Andenge's a monster, most underrated in the league. He is. He's fantastic, Andenge. When he gets his head together, he's incredibly quick. He's almost keeping up with Lynx here. He's not too far off him, but he's heading this train at the moment. And yeah, Black box is just got to be patient. Just got to be patient. It could come to him. You know what this is like in league racing. He just can't get through this DRS train at the moment, can he?
No,
he can't pull up. Bradfield's at the back of it as well. Like I say, Black box is in 9th. He's stuck in it. So if he can't overtake through it, then Bradfield probably won't be able to either. But Sly Guy is pulling away all the while here, isn't he? Of course, that 3-second penalty as well. This could be an Alfa Romeo 1-2. Sully down in 7th. Sloth, of course, doesn't have to pit either again. But with that 3-second penalty he's got, it's going to make it harder for him. The top 5 all need to pit again. They will be over the next couple of laps. Now, will Lynx pit a lap or so earlier than Sly Guy and go for an undercut? Thing is, even if he does, it'll be on older tyres then towards the end on the softs. So that'll be a breeze for Sly Guy to get past if he's on fresher tyres. Epic lagging, hard tyres, slow, should have gave way so fast. But, well, no, they're side by side. Yeah, there's no way a title rival will give way. Well, not title rival, obviously we know about Epic the Animal's not, but there's no need to give way. It was just unfortunately a lag. Put him across into his car. Yeah, hopefully Black Box's car's alright. 5 seconds between the top 2 now. Sly Guy running away with it. Like I say, there's no chance of those mediums getting to the end. Some tracks you'd be able to do that, but definitely not this one. Definitely not at France. Impossible to get those mediums to the end. Even for Sly Guys, Bradfield gets a 3-second penalty. Yeah, that's really difficult to get points now for Bradfield if he's going to be that 3-second penalty. Obviously hoping for another safety car anyway. And again, this train just keeps on going, doesn't it? Black Box will be pitting again. I should think in a couple of laps, some more soft tyres. If you're hoping for a safety car. If there's a safety car, now every single driver on the track will pit. We've had no one pit since the last safety car, which was over 7 laps ago now. It's been, well, since the safety car came out anyway. As you can see, everyone is on 7 lap old tyres or more. You'll start to see activity in the pits in the next couple of laps, so that's for sure. Sly Guy's lost a few temps on this lap. Yeah, he's low on deployment as well. I wonder if he'll be in this lap. Maybe he's struggling with the tyres a little bit. Shadders, I've got to say, Shadders, what an epic job he's done. 17 laps, this is how he won on Thursday with this medium soft strategy. He's done it fantastically. The hard tyres behind now are definitely quicker. Sully's going quick, Sloth's going quick. Just can't get past though, can they? Shadders not falling back from Andenge, is he? Shadders, his pace this season's been incredible. We've got a battle going on, the P16 between Death Dragon and Nunda. Nunda's going to try and steam up the inside. Death Dragon on the outside, they've got to be careful, they're making contact. And Nunda manages to get that P16. Death Dragon can't fight it back there. He might have a chance on the straight. Immortals there as well in this battle. Not mentioned Siege too much. He's on the back of this train now as well. Sam Swift falling back, and the car's in front on his older tyres. Led under the safety car. Spun it on the restart. Unfortunately, big shame for him. No, none of the leaders in the pits then, but Death Dragon's in the pits further back. I wonder if he's got some sort of damage there, fighting with Nunda. We'll have a look come into the box. And no, it's just a straight swap of the soft tyres to the end of the race. Yeah, Lynx to stabilise that gap now at just under 5 seconds. It might drift over 5 seconds in a second. No, not just yet. Immortal gets a 3-second penalty. Yeah, Lynx has done well to stabilise that gap. Of course, that 3-second penalty for Sly Guy. If Sly Guy stays out this lap, then Lynx might pit and try and go for an undercut, because the undercut's very, very powerful and it will definitely gain him time. Of course, the worry is what happened to Lynx last time. Of course, he pitted and then the safety car came out. He lost places and KD goes down the inside of Shadders. He dives down. He goes off the track though, and he manages to get side by side at least from doing that. Sloth's getting involved in this as well. Sloth might make 2 places up here. He's going to as well. Sloth makes 2 places. Sully's going to go for a place on KD as well. He has to back off though because Shadow's car was right there, and Sloth's lost it. Sloth's lost it. He's spun. Sloth spins, he's gone flying across. KD's had to back off as well, I don't know if he's got damage, but Sully's now up in the P5 and he's got Shadows right in front. This has worked brilliantly for Sully. It's good for Black Box as well, he's managed to make a couple of places from it as well. I don't know if KD got damage, but it looked like Sloth just spun it. He took a wider line, obviously there were cars fighting there as well, and he just spun. I think the tyres buckled into the pits. Then comes Shadows. Lynx didn't come into the pits there, I'm surprised at that. Possibly Lynx trying to manage to the end, I'm not sure. Not sure about that. I wouldn't be able to do it, absolutely no way. But like I say, if Shannon's done 18 laps on the mediums, can Lynx possibly do 22? I think that's a bit too much of an ask, isn't it? Of course, rain. Shit, yeah, forgot about the rain completely. Completely forgot about that. That's what they're waiting for. That's why no one's pitting. No one in the comments fancy telling me that, no. But all the drivers are sat there telling me, and Bradfield's lost places. And he's just completely wiped Nunder off the track, Bradfield has, his teammate. Well, you've just wiped across the track and hit into him, that's what you've done.
Yeah, I've got wing damage.
Yeah, that's strange there. But yeah, they're hanging on for the rain, that's what it is. But Shadows obviously felt they couldn't do any more, so he's going to push now, and that's why Black Box obviously went for the soft tyres. It all makes sense now. V Robbie on Sully gets the move done down the inside. I don't know what Bradfield's all in about. Sloth gets past him. Good if you actually chip in with what's going on instead of just making funny noises all the time. High degradation tracks, I know, yeah, don't we know what we've seen the last couple of days, but it's going to start raining soon. To what extent though? Will it be intermediates to the end for everybody? Will it rain enough to get to that stage? Siege, it's got Sam's got a puncture. Sam Swift has got a right front puncture. Wow, I don't think we've seen a puncture all season, but he started towards it. He started in 4th, didn't he? Lost it on the safety car restart, trying to hold on till the rain comes, and he's got a puncture on 19 lap old tyres, and he's struggling now coming to the pits. He's going to have to go on the soft tyres, I think, for now. But yeah, so that is a worrying sign. 19 lap old mediums give you a puncture. Lynx is on 16 lap old mediums. Slig on 15 lap old mediums. So going to the end, I think, is out of the question. So if it rains, if it's light rain, they've got to make a decision in a couple of laps' time. Do we come in and put inters on, hoping that it gets heavier, or do we go for softs to the end? I said it would make an interesting end to the race. How has Sam got a puncture? 19 lap on mediums, can't do any longer than that. And Sam goes for the intermediates in dry conditions. So he thinks it's going to start raining in a minute, and that could really help him. It could help one way if it suddenly starts to rain now. And it starts to rain heavy, so the track gets wet straight away. Of course, sometimes it starts sprinkling, and there's a good 3 or 4 laps before it's actually time to change over, and DRS gets disabled. Sully on these tyres. Oh, Sully's got a penalty now. I didn't see that pop up. He's got a 3-second penalty now, so that's not going to help him. Black Box's soft tyres are going to start to really struggle. KD's put him under pressure. He's got to be hoping for rain to come down soon. Again, he might be another one that comes in for intermediate soon, Black Box. Has he got a puncture? He has. He's got a left front puncture. Black Box got a left front puncture. 10 laps on the soft tyres. He can't do any more. I don't know what Sloth was telling us about doing 11 or 13 laps on soft. There's absolutely no chance. I don't know how cold the track must have been back then when he did that. But Black Box in the pits. Puncture for him as well. Sly Guy and Lynx have got to be watching on carefully as we see rain. The first sprinkle of rain comes, and I think there'll be a lot of cars now straight in for intermediates because they can't hold on to these tyres any longer. V Robbie's done incredibly well since that since that 5-place grid penalty got, and whatever went on early on to cause that early pit stop for him. But he's up in P4 now, and if everyone goes to the inters, and it's already started to sprinkle quite heavily as well, I think we'll see all of the top 12 all be on inters this lap. Black Box and Bradfield in for inters already. Will we see everyone make it to the pits though, without getting another puncture or without having a spin, because these are such difficult conditions to drive in? Sam Swift now in these intermediates then. The track won't be quite wet enough yet for them to work, but so if people want to pit now, will Sly Guy risk it and stay out another lap though? This is the interesting thing. It's such fine margins because he's not been able to pull away any more than 5 seconds. That gap's only really 2 seconds, isn't it? And Lynx, yeah, I think Lynx will definitely be in. Will Sly Guy come in? He's got to, isn't he? He's got to come in. And he does, yeah. Will Lynx now risk staying out for another lap, getting an advantage maybe? No, he's being sensible. He knows there's a title fight going on. He comes in. Andenge is the one playing it risky. He is saying, oh, V Robbie, again, it's another mistake from V Robbie. He gets a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. KD does the same. It's wet. The braking zone's going to be later. Come on. Siege stays out as well. And I think we're going to see DRS disabled in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, come on, can't be too far off. DRS is going to be disabled in the next... Well, anytime now. There we go, I weren't too far off. DRS is now disabled and Engine Siege. They're going to really lose out because of this now. They needed to pit. They should have pit. They tried something different and it's really not paid off. They've got to nurse this back into the pits now. And Lynx. How's Lynx fallen 8 seconds back from Sly Guy? Was he slow in the pits, or did he have a wobble in the last sector? Or is Sly Guy just that much of an animal in these conditions? Lynx under pressure from V Robbie. Sully there in 6th as well. And yeah, you got to say, Siege and Andenge are going to lose time from this Sly Guy's time. Just close in on them. Yeah, look at it. Look how much they're gaining. And there's a bold move from Andenge and Siege, but it's just not worked, has it? Not worked at all. And Siege is spinning. Go on, save it. He saved it. Well done, Siege. Good on you. Andenge, of course, running wide now as well. Yes. Unfortunately, not looking like points for Andenge or Siege unless we see a safety car. A safety car is exactly what Lynx wants to bring him up to Sly Guy. Obviously, has that 3-second penalty. Could hand Lynx the win. Where's Black Box? Black Box is in 9th. He's got some catching up to if he wants any more points. But he's still in the points, which is important enough. And then just come in the pit centre. As it stands, Lynx will take the lead in the standings. Sly Guy will move closer. Black Box will be down into 2nd. It'll be even closer between the top 3. And Engine Siege pit then. It's a V Robbie. Oh, he's still on. Even with this 5-second penalty he's got, he could still be on the podium. Because look, he's now up in the P3. Sully, who is in 4th, we mentioned about 10 laps ago, looks in a really good place. Has a 3-second penalty. KD's in 5th. Good to see him get a good run. He's got 8 seconds of penalties though. Menace Max in 6th. We say he always manages to find a way to get up there, doesn't he? And he's done an incredible job again today with no penalties. As it stands for him, he will be up in the 4th. And Andenge has managed to recover to 7th then, even with that pit stop. Siege is still in the points in 10th as well, so it was worth trying. Like I say, that they're not fighting. They're not fighting for survival. Andenge or Siege, I don't think. Andenge possibly wants a few more points, but worth trying something different. And at least he is still 7th. But Black Box will be trying to close up. Black Box will definitely be trying to get high up. There's still a podium in it because Sloth's just got another penalty. Siege and Nunda find out for P10. Making contact. Nunda's got to be careful he doesn't get spun there, and nearly did. Siege does have to back out in the end. Black Box just sets some really, really fast laps around here now. And hoping that Max gets a penalty for him as well. Obviously everyone else with penalties in front apart from Lynx. He can definitely gain some places. But yeah, everything has fallen into Sly Guy's hands I think today. He's had the luck. He's had it go for him, hasn't he? As he did last week in Russia as well. But at the same time, he's been the quickest driver on the track. So I think a lot of people will be saying it's fully deserved, even though he started down in P18. Wow. Lynx in 2nd, and Sloth's out. Sloth's crashed. Will we get a safety car? That's a strange place to lose it.
No, you'll get nothing.
It's late. It'll be a late call if we get a safety car. It'll be a very late call if we get one. And it's not going to do it, is it? We're not going to get a safety car that lap. To Lynx's disappointment, there's no safety car. Now that's going to be, I think, the last factor in deciding this race. I think Sly Guy's got it now, hasn't he? Lynx, I think, will be disappointed not to have more than that P2. As it stands, P3 is going to be V Robbie's. As we go to the penalties game, he's only got 5 seconds. Sully not as quick. And Kez is out now. Kez has crashed. Is it too late for a safety car? I presume it is too late for a safety car. We've seen it 3 laps from the end before. but because we didn't see one for Sloth, I doubt we'll see one for Keza. And no, we don't. So yeah, all cleared. And we move on. Again, to Sly Guy's relief. Strange. Really strange. Yeah, I don't think Black Box and Lynx would be too happy about that, because the safety car would really help the both of them right now, wouldn't it? However, Sly Guy and V Robbie in particular will be thanking Bernd Mailander for working part-time, I think we should say. 8.8 seconds a gap between the top two, and at the end of the day, Sly Guy's not put a foot wrong. Lynx was unlucky with that early safety car. V Robbie, of course, has got himself a 5-second penalty, got himself the grid penalty, instant lap 1. Sully's not put a foot wrong. This is fantastic for Alfa Romeo. Had a great race. I think they got 4th and 5th in Bahrain earlier on in the season, these two, but absolutely fantastic again for both of them to be right up there. KD in 5th, going to get some decent points for the first time. Does have 8 seconds of penalties though. I think it might go down to 8th, but at least be in the points. Max in 6th, on to gain some more places. Black Box in 8th, just doesn't seem to have the pace in these conditions. And again, it's not like 3 weeks in a row. Disappointment for Black Box. But how many penalties Andenge got? It is 6, so Black Box will take that P7. For KD's got 8 seconds as well, so it could be 6 for Black Box, which could be important. It could decide the title. Margins that close. I will quickly look through the constructors, through the standings again. The Champions League, Sly Guy's 14 off Black Box. As it stands, with Black Box 6th, Sly Guy will get 25 points. Who's got fastest lap? That's an important thing. It's Death Dragon, and that's not going to be beaten now either. So fastest lap doesn't come into it. Go on board with Sly Guy as he is about to start the final lap. Sly Guy will be on 208 points. Black Box will be on with 6th, 205 points. Lynx will be on 213 points. So Lynx will lead from Sly Guy, and then from Black Box, but there'll be 8 points between the top 3 with 4 races left. Really getting close. Can't be any closer really, can it? Sly Guy is the one on form, let's say. That move was so close to being sick. No ABS from Sloth Ivory saying he's been on today. Don't know what move he's on about, we didn't see it, but maybe we sort of Sloth as he had a spin earlier and he went to make a move. There's 4 cars going wide, wasn't there? But Sly Guy is on the last lap. And well, unless, Black Box has got a penalty, so that's not going to be sick for him, I don't think, even at this rate. And KD actually, he needs to find a few temps. It might be 8 possibly, but he needs to find a few temps again up to Andenge. Andenge has got a bit of traffic in front, so that might help Black Box if he's got clear air. But he needs that. He needs that because he's going to fall from 1st to 3rd as it stands. And the Sly Guy crashes. It's his race win, isn't it? It's been a masterclass, starting from the back. And he's just not put a foot wrong the whole time, has he? Make sure Lynx gets through this corner safely, because we know that's thrown a few drivers out, isn't it? No, Lynx gets through it comfortably into the final sector then now for Sly Guy. As we said, it's been a masterclass for him. Cannot fault his performance at all. Immortal gets a 3-second penalty. It's not going to affect too much. Black Box is close within 3 seconds. He's within 3 seconds of Andenge now, so he could be on for that P6 still. Sly Guy turns onto the straight then. Straightens up nicely. And Sly Guy in the Alfa Romeo wins the French Grand Prix. An absolutely dominant win yet again despite the penalty. Sly Guy makes it 4 wins in a row. Lynx is about to cross the line for P2. Good points again from Lynx. V Robbie's just got another. Oh no, that's his 5 foot. He said another 3-second penalty. But V Robbie gets his first podium in the season. KD and then it's Max up to 4th. Let it sort itself out. Where does Black Box cross the line? He does manage to get up to P6 in the end for Black Box. He did really well to keep his head and make sure he got some decent points. Nunda's just got another 3-second penalty. So that's him out of any points. Will Siege gain any more places? Yes, he does. Goes up to P9. Good to see Siege get some points. Good to see KD in the points. Immortal gets the final point. Sam Swift, really unlucky today. There's a lot of people really unlucky today, to be honest. Not Sly Guy though. Getting the race win. Max looking for P5. Never mind P5. He's got 4th. Fantastic for Menace Max. Absolutely fantastic. Sully in 5th. Really happy to see Sully up there as well. Driver of the day, Sly Guy. What? Well, we'll get the top 3 in the party, hopefully for an interview in a minute, but Sly Guy winning yet again, 3rd in a row. But Lynx for that P2 takes the lead with 4 races left to go in the standings. Nunda not too happy. I think it was about that penalty he got in the final lap. Did that take him out the points in the end? I think it might have done. Yeah, that penalty in one of the final corners for Nunda, take him out of P10th. Theo with his first podium of the season. Really happy for him. He still made a couple of mistakes creeping there today, but he still kept fighting. He's managed to get a podium. It just shows what he can do. And that's good for the Mercedes team, because obviously Sam, after that mistake on the safety car restart, keeps Mercedes for some points. McLaren getting some good points for the joint constructors too. Black box there in 6th. We'll be disappointed about that penalty in the final lap, but it won't make a difference in terms of points. We'll invite the top 3, and then Death Dragon gets the point for fastest lap as well. Let's not forget, so that's an extra point for Aston Martin. If you're new to us, of course, we do fastest lap for anyone, no matter where you finish. Don't have to finish in the top 10. Just get at least top 3, and then Sly Guy, Lynx, and V Robbie. See if they want to join us. But yeah, just looking through their minutes, Max. Again, we said at the beginning of the race, he leads the standings in the Premier League. And whenever he's reserved in the Champions League, he always seems to get himself in the points. I think he's got 4th once before as well. But he just drives around at a fantastic pace. But at the same time, he just stays out of trouble, avoids penalties, and he finishes where he finished last night in the Premier League. And yeah, Sully there up in P5 as well. Andenge getting some good points. A shame for Andenge, of course, he decided to stay out on those medium tyres when it was time to really come in for the Inters. But he tried something different. At least managed to survive to get back into the pits, to get the Inters on, and then come home for P7. Anyway, I had a couple of drivers join us in the party. We're going to start with Sly Guy, starting down in P18. Didn't matter too much, did it?
Yeah, it did. I had a sketchy first lap. There was no like incidents or anything. It was just tight for room. I just had to make overtakes.
Yeah, you certainly did that. I mean, 17, well, more than 17 of them if you count them all up individually. But yeah, we saw you lose the rear end a little bit, wobbling a little bit in the first lap, the 3-second penalty. But the important thing was getting track position, so then take the fight to the leader straight away, was it?
No, I don't even know. This race, I've forgotten everything already.
So
I just want to move past France.
Non-stop, well, move past it. I mean, P18 to P1 is not bad, is it? Not too bad. Fantastic race from him again, yet again. Of course, 4th win in a row. Do you feel you got this now?
No.
No, that's the answer then. He doesn't, and obviously there's 8 points in it between the top 3, and that's probably the reason why. But yeah, are you not a fan of France then? I mean, number 1 in time trial in the world, is it not one of your best ones?
There's a big difference, sadly, between time trial and actual races. It's a lot nicer to drive in time trial because you get to run maximum pressures, which gives you actual grip, no overheating. But then you come to a race, you have to massively alter the setup. You have to run almost no front pressures, and you have to run less than half rear pressures to make the car not overheat like a bus through Sector 3. So yeah, it felt very different from time trial to quali and race, but it's a car nonetheless, and it had grip either way at the end.
Absolutely, yeah. And again, like I say, in the end, last few laps, Sly Guy had it in the bag, and he gets his 4th win in a row, and he moves up to 2nd in the standings as well for the first time this season. Congrats on the win, mate. Go on to Lynx then. Started was really good. He got ahead of Epic the Animal, and then pitted early on, and unfortunately that safety car came out for you. What was behind the decision to pit early? Was it purely because the tyres were gone?
Yeah, pretty much. I was not expecting the softs to die off that quick, because I was doing race sims earlier, and I was able to get them to lap 10 no problem, and then by lap 3 they were dead. So just made the race just so much harder than it needed to be, and I just did not like that race at all. Like, yeah, I got P2, but I'm just not happy, really.
No, again, like we say all the time, so you're getting P2 when you're not happy. If you have a bad race, it's just about focusing, trying to get those points, and that's obviously why you now overtake Black Box and lead the standings in the Champions League with 4 races to go. How do you feel about that? Pressure's all on you now.
I feel no pressure because the next races is just... I mean, I personally think this is Sligo's title to lose with Canada and Monaco coming up. It's just not going to happen. He's going to win those 2 if he doesn't bottle it. Like, there's nothing I can do in those 2 races. Monaco, he's literally the fastest in the world around it. And Canada's just not good for a controller. So, I don't know, I'm going to have to win in Japan and then just hold on in those 2 races and then we'll see in Brazil. But, yeah, no, I think it's his title to lose at this point.
Yeah, I'd say 4 wins in a row for him at the moment. He's definitely the form driver out of the 3 of you. But anyway, like I say, again, well done, Lynx, for a fantastic race.
And by the way, that race was just a mess. Like, me and Black Box were talking about Sligo getting that lucky safety car, and it just happened, and it just frustrated me so much, because I was the one that got done in by it so much, because I pitted the lap that he came out, and I just lost the track position, and then yeah, he was just able to just get away. And then in the rain, I knew my rain pace was good, but I didn't have my wet setup or had my tyre pressures for the wet or anything, so I had to literally just adjust the brake bias, and then that wasn't enough, and the car felt horrible. So I don't know, this race was just okay. Yeah, I got P2, but you know, with what happened in it, I'm just, you know, I don't really care if I have the championship lead. It doesn't mean anything with the next races coming up. So
no, absolutely doesn't. It's about what goes on in the race, and we did say as well, obviously mentioned it on the stream, it did seem to fall unlucky for you in terms of when the safety car fell, and like I said, they're all crashes. Pittle crashing out by himself, unfortunately, as well, which is rare you see at France, but we saw quite a few lose it today. But anyway, like I say, well done the Lynx for that P2, and the title fight is definitely on. But let's go to P3 then. V Robbie. Well, we thought he's had a great pace. We know he's got fantastic pace, but not been on the podium all season. There's been he's admitted to some mistakes. He's had bad luck. Things have gone against him this season. I thought it was going to be the same today as well. 5-place grid penalty in qualifying for holding up Black Box or making contact, and then a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. I thought, oh, it's done it again. But finally, V Robbie gets on the podium. Well done, mate. How was your race? Just quick, I don't think your voice is being shared, mate. Have you got your party settings on? We can't hear you on the stream. Tommy's just said. If you go on your party settings, if you click on allow your voice to be shared, it should be alright.
Yeah, should be fine now, I think.
I'll just listen to the stream to catch up. Yeah, I can hear you, mate. Just repeat what you said again for the people listening.
Yeah, I mean, good race. I was last after the first lap, so to come back, it was nice. I didn't spin, which was a bonus. And then, yeah.
Yeah, like I say, yeah, really good to see another different drive on the podium. But how are the conditions for you towards the end? Are they conditions that suit you?
Nah, I mean, I wasn't particularly quick on the wets, but I had a good stint on the hards. I mean, I literally did it until the rain came out. So, yeah. And with other people spinning, it was quite fortunate.
Yeah, it helps. Like I say, it's good to just get your head down, avoid what's going on around you. You're in a train for a long time, of course, as well. Any near misses, any good overtakes that you want to point out that made this happen for you today, rather than Sully or other drivers around you?
Yeah, I mean, I did a few, but it was mostly just putting my head down and driving. Other people were falling off, so I think 2 people got punctures as well, you know. So
they did, yeah. Holding off for the rain, they got punctures. I think, yeah, Black Box on the softs, and then Sam, your teammate, as well, unfortunately. But anyway, well done to you again on the podium, and obviously well done to Sligo and Lynx. And thanks for joining us as well. Hopefully for V Robbie, that'll be your first of many podium interviews. Anyway, apparently you had a great view of Sloth spin as well. But yeah, hopefully for Sloth he won't spin next week. But that's France done for the Champions League. 4 races left to go. 8 points separating the top 3. quick check up on the calendar, as it's been mentioned, next week is going to be in Japan. So I hope you all get ready for that one. We'll see you next week. See you tomorrow for League 1 and League 2. Thanks. Good night.